Welcome to Superchat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, then you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is the Stock Explorer. I actually joined them just about 10 minutes ago on their StreamYard panel. I had walked in there just while I was getting ready for setting up Tuberchat and noticed that I caught Nora's stream and was very much talking specifically about stocks at that moment, and I wanted to hop in on there. And then after the meat and potatoes of the live stream, they opened it up to bring on a couple of guests, as they usually do. Our dear friend Wolf Spirit Productions, who's in the chat, came on and was talking with the Stock Explorer. I just hopped in there for a few minutes to interfere with their conversation, but it was a good time, so hopefully everybody will enjoy possibly going back, watching that replay. You can see I've still got it marked live here, but the Stock Explorer actually just raided us and sent everybody over. So thank you everybody who's coming in for the first time here to Tuberchat Painting with Squirrels. Thank you for mentioning the raid. I know we have a few brand new channels in the chat, and I'm going to do some introductions in a moment. I've got a lot of channels sitting on our Wheel of Doom right now, and what that is the order in which channels will be added to the screen and promoted. So there's a bit of a system that we use. I have a robot in the background that keeps track of not only how long everybody's here, but how active you are in the chat, how much you're interacting with other creators. After a period of time, when I need some names for the wheel, when we get down to about 5 or 6, I add some from our robot chat list, and then the wheel's random. We never know how long it's going to take to get up onto the screen, but it makes it fun, gives us some suspense, and we get as many channels on the screen in a 2 to 2.5 hour period as we can. We'll do the same thing today. All Things Jay, good to see you back in the house. Barebones Living, good to see you here. I've got a few names, like I said, on the wheel already. Ali's Craft Pursuits, Need Watches, and I Am Betty J Gathers were all very early. Wolf Spirit Productions came over after being with the Stock Explorer. Scratch and PPA is a beloved and dedicated moderator here and is one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube. He is a shining jewel in the Tuberchat family and is always on the wheel when we get started. Woman Outdoors and Ghostly Winds are also here. I see that Camp Silky has come in. They are here with us just about every single day, and I know we've got a lot more channels in the chat. Actually, Aubrey is back in the house. Chocolate Drop, good to see you back. Collecting Coins with Gianna is here. Dory UG Media, it's good to see you back. Facing Reality is somebody who always engages conversation here. Great Farmer Freelance is a new friend to Tuberchat, somebody I've had the pleasure of visiting several times already. Hogdeer79, good to see you back again for the second time. Keisha Monet, it's good to have you back as well. Moments with Vanessa, I think is here for the second time. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. Miss Gigi, good to see you here. Northeast Lincolnshire Train Spotting Hub and Northeast England Railway Clips and Gaming is here. Purple Tube is a longtime friend of Tuberchat, as is Rock Chick Beauty, an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Ron Moore, good to see you in the house. Soothing and Meditation Music, it's good to have you back as well. Tamara Recipes is here. The Bud Files is back in the house. The Weightlifting Geek is here as a member, so we're going to add them onto the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. And that's somebody who's here with us frequently as well. Woman Outdoors is already on there. Eternity Luck Scratcher is our newest member and is added to the wheel as well. We'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. Euforma TV, good to see you back for the second time. Yarn Barf is in the house. They were over with the Stock Explorer as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Ron Mower, it's good to see you back in the house if I didn't already welcome you. My love, Kristen Welton, is here as a member and a moderator. And I see that Chris and Larry Homestead is here. It's taking a little bit longer to do the introductions today than it usually does, but we'll get to spinning the wheel in a moment. I just wanted to put some extra focus on the Stock Explorer because I haven't talked about exactly what they do on their channel yet. I know we have a few friends from their channel that have come over. EPL Evans Vlog, good to see you in the house. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that, and if you don't mind correcting me, I'll appreciate it, just so I can promote you properly when you're here. I'm just looking for one more channel. There's Sparkle's Hope Chest. I figured she would be not too far behind her daughter, Wolf Spirit Productions. And we've got them on the wheel now. So the Stock Explorer brings us a level-headed and down-to-earth look at both stocks and crypto. They give us everything from beginner tutorials about the fundamentals, the lingo, and familiarizing ourselves with investment topics, as well as advanced discussions, including options trading, NFTs, and things of that nature. So there's a lot to learn from this creator. They bring us all three types of content in videos, shorts, and live streams, often with guests on StreamYard panels. Sometimes they have charts and graphs to show us. Sometimes they're just having a discussion. This creator usually has product in hand, or very often I've seen them go as far as to discuss a stock, order a product, and then unbox it on a live stream. So the Stock Explorer is very much forthcoming about their own portfolio and gives a lot of great tips. We've already heard of creators in the Tuberchat family who have profited based on advice that they've taken from the Stock Explorer. Now, the Stock Explorer will occasionally put out a specific buy signal and say, hey, I suggest you get this. Most often it's just meant as information. Of course, everybody's got to make their own decisions when it comes to anything financial, but I'm really happy to have this channel in the chat with us so frequently because Nora is an incredible personality, somebody who engages conversation everywhere they go, including here in Superchat. You'll see that today. And often, I'm sure. Thank you very much. Okay, so EPL Evans Vlogs. It's great to have you here. Runneth Over Garden and Life. Good to see you back in the house. And yeah, today's chat is moving a little bit faster than usual. I also took the slow mode down a little bit. I used to have it on 10 seconds. We've dropped it to 5. We're going to see how that feels for everybody. And as long as it's not inhibiting, we'll leave it where it is. Actually, Aubrey, thank you so much for the membership. So I'm going to just show you very quickly the Stock Explorer's second channel, Tropical Buzz. They're going to take us on an adventure while they grow different types of plants. They're in Florida, but they're bringing in seeds from all different areas, so that will be interesting. Actually, Aubrey, I've got you on our wheel now. I'm just going to spin. And I notice I'm about to fall behind in the chat. Forgive me if I've missed anything. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @ mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I always fall behind, especially when we're doing introductions. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Now, Queen's Life dropped a super chat on us, so I'm putting that channel up first. I did spin the wheel. Sparkle's Hope Chest will be up next, but I know I've missed something else in the chat here too. Pardon me just for a quick second. Okay, pardon me for that. My allergies are at me. You don't need to watch me sneeze. And then thank you, Scratch and PPA. So I missed Rock Chick Beauties. Is that right? Lonnie Songs and Other Things has done that before as well. Because these creators have dropped super chats on us, we're going to look at their channels first, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel after we've gotten through these couple of channels. I really do appreciate that extra support, of course. And oh my dear goodness, I'm having this most difficult time trying to catch up in the chat here. And thank you, Scratch and PPA. I can't tell you how many times Scratch and Pete has to catch mistakes that I make or things that I miss in the chat. He has been a dear friend for a very long time, and is somebody who truly has my back, both here in the streams while we're on, and then outside as well. Oh, Queen's Life, my goodness. And yeah, forgive me, Rock Chick Beauty, I must have missed your super chat. Let me get that. She's done that many times. So forgive me, I'm going to do these just slightly out of order, but it's going to be almost impossible for me not to to catch up without wasting all kinds of time. Will Spare Productions has done the same thing, and she's done that many times before as well. So we'll get these channels up in a moment. Queen's Life dropped a super chat, so they're up right now. Lonnie Songs and Other Things will be next. Then I will put up Rock Chick Beauty, who has done that many times, and again, Wolf Spirit Productions, who actually just sniped the Stream Boss position. So what I'm talking about is under the video game, or under my camera, the video game life meter looking thing there is called the Stream Boss. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of that. The last person to take it out becomes the next Stream Boss and gets some extra exposure for that reason. So Wolf Spirit Productions made that happen. And thank you again, everybody, for that extra support. Kevin Fishes. Good to see you in the house. Garden to Table with Heather Lynn is looking at dandelions. Finally, we actually had snow. Just a light dusting of snow yesterday. Again, Outdoors with Big Matt. Good to see you here. And I remember being in a live stream the other day. I thought it was Great Farmer Freelance, and I had mentioned it being about 57 degrees here. Danforth Avenue Wellness. Good to see you in the house. So we're just barely getting into spring. Queen's Life is here with us just about every single day. They bring us pure variety on their channel. They are definitely a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'm just going to take their latest Dollar Tree video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up with this channel, make sure I don't fall too far behind. We don't have a sub count officially on this channel, but I happen to know that they're getting close to 2,000 subscribers, which is great. So I'm hoping we can push them a little farther along. Thank you, Crafty Leo. I do appreciate every moment everybody spends, even if you're just listening or lurking, or even if you're just coming by to say hello and drop that thumbs up. Barebones Living, I hope I welcomed you earlier. Charlene Heal is in the house. Let me get them onto the wheel. And we're going to have a look at Mean Tea. This is Queen's Life's son's channel, and this is where we get an official artist channel that is producing hip-hop music. So I hope everybody will check these out and see. Most of the videos are fairly short, but they've got quite a bit there, and I'm hoping we see some new content from this creator soon enough. Joy Pong, good to see you back in the house again. And Creed TV, I think you're here for the first time. Forgive me if I'm wrong about that, but hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Lonnie's Songs and Other Things is coming up right now. Thank you again, Queen's Life, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I don't mean to. Soothing and Meditation Music, I think I welcomed you. And Huga Homestead, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Lonnie Songs and Other Things is fairly new to Tuberchat. So I did get a comment from you. I did respond to it. I hope I understood right. So here on Tuberchat, I never have members only mode on, but I do have subscribers only mode. And what that does is it requires people to be subscribed before they can participate in the chat. For a minimum of 20 minutes. And there's a couple of reasons for that, but one of the reasons is because it can make sure nobody's going to waste their time. If they watch Tuberchat, I know this is a very specific kind of channel. We call it a growth stream, and not everybody in the world is going to be interested in this kind of thing, right? We're looking for people with patience, people who are interested in connecting the way that we are interested in supporting other creators with generosity. And living wholeheartedly, hopefully, by the idea of giving much more than they expect to receive. Now, it's not that not everybody who comes here doesn't necessarily think that way. That's not it. It's just that it should be, after about 20 minutes, fairly clear what we are doing and how we are doing it. And you only get chance to make a first impression one time, but we have seen creators that have come by, left for a long time, and then come back in afterwards. The idea, of course, is just to make sure the right people are spending the right amount of time here, and we don't want to waste anybody's time either. Aaron Hockey, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Retro Oregon, good to have you back. Good to see you here. Forgive me if I'm missing anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. But boy, are we moving fast again. Craft and share with Heather. Forgive me, I did not put you on the wheel yet. Is it possible we can have 3 people named Heather in the chat at the same time today? It might be possible. Planet Mimi Vlogs, good to see you here. And when we look at Lonnie's songs and other things, I'm still getting to know this creator, but hopefully everybody will enjoy doing that as well. They got 485 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther and see that community tab pop its way out soon. They are bringing us live streams, videos, and shorts. So there's a lot to see in the variety on this channel. So let me get to our next creator, Rock Chick Beauty. Thank you one more time, Lonnie's songs and other things, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. Oh my dear goodness, scratching PPA. I don't know what on earth I'm ever gonna do. This is I'm assuming that the holiday weekend is what's making this so unbelievably fast-paced the last couple days. I mean, we're always busy, and Scratching PPA always has to help me out, but it's been a little bit more the last couple of days. But thank you for catching that. Lele Scratcher Lottery is on the wheel now as a member. Thank you to Scratch and Pete for catching that. And then as well, Healthy G-Mom has incredible patience, because I've done that to her several times. But you're on the wheel now. Yeah, I wondered what would happen today because we moved the time of the live stream. We usually do it a couple hours earlier, but when you think about when you're going to run your live streams or publish your videos and things like that, one of the things you need to consider, in my opinion, is the idea of different time zones. When are people waking up? When are people online, and today, since we're 2 hours later, a lot more people across North America are going to get a chance to catch this stream, whereas they might have been either just waking up, not quite awake yet, or not past their breakfast and things like that. So we're happy to have a few more channels in the chat today. Makeup Mom and Son needs to be added to the wheel. I'm going to get them on in a second. They are a member and a moderator. Billy J Travels, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. And our instructions for anybody that is fairly new to Tuberchat are always in our video description. And that describes exactly how you can meet new friends and family members for your channel here and maximize the time that you spend inside Tuberchat. Michael's Adventures is grilling up some steaks. Akasua's Tasty Recipe. I was worried, I thought for a second there, because I moved the time, Michael's Adventures might not be able to make it. See, I'm not sure who's experiencing holidays today or not. In Canada, we have Easter. There are a lot of businesses that may or may not be closed either yesterday or today. It's really kind of mixed up. And I'm not, 100% versed on every holiday or every tradition or every religious, impact that these things have this particular weekend or week around the world. So forgive me for that, but happy Easter to those of you who are celebrating. We're lucky to have Michael's Adventures with us. He is one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube. He is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and has been a dear friend for a long time. The Artist 44, good to see you in the house. Forgive me, the last time you were here, I said I was going to do a tutorial to show everybody how to share shorts videos, and I haven't done that yet, so forgive me. I'm going to delay today because we're extremely busy, but I'm going to make sure I have made a note for myself in huge letters to remember the artist so that I can do that tutorial at some point. I'll do it in the second half of the live stream. If everybody wants to look for that, actually what I'll do, I'll just plan right now to do it at the end. So if you want to mark the time, it will be the end of episode number 390. My intention is to do a tutorial. It'll be very quick on how to share a shorts video on your community tab, because it can be a little bit difficult. And maybe that will be helpful because the Artist 44 does mostly shorts. So Rock Chick Beauty does a lot of those as well, in the middle of videos and live streams, so that you get all three kinds of content on this creator's channel. She's got over 700 subscribers already. This is somebody who reset and restarted their channel last year. And Rock Chick Beauty puts a lot of focus on presentation. Now, she brings us a lot of variety. There are product reviews, unboxings, now live streams again, which is great, and she's got a lot of experience with this. What you'll find on her channel is a lot of work goes into presentation, both in the thumbnails, the banner, the avatar. These things change sometimes, and she posts frequently. So I'm just going to take your latest skincare routine video, add that into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. Thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. I can see that Akasua's tasty recipe has dropped another super chat on us. Thank you for that. Your channel will be up right after Wolf Spirit Productions, who's coming up right now. I hope to the dear Lord that I haven't forgotten anybody. And I do appreciate all this extra support. We've been unbelievably busy. Dixie Cuddles Fitness, thank you for subscribing today. Thank you for being here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. The Gathering Within is in the house. That's a longtime friend of Tuberchat as well. Good to see you here. And for those of you who are watching and haven't come into the chat yet, I do appreciate your patience. I do feel it's important to have our 20-minute limit on the live stream, but you only have to go through that wait once, and it can be very beneficial. So thank you, everybody, for your patience. AG Born Jamaican, good to see you here. Clarabelle and family, good to have you in the house as well. Tomlin Girls is here. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to, as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everybody. Zombie Prepper, it's good to see you in the house as well. Thank you for coming in. Arlana Flowers is here also. It's good to have you back. And we're looking at Wolf Spirit Productions. So at the beginning of today's live stream, I had the Stock Explorer on the screen right away. And that's somebody who also is another member. But they actually were streaming right before Tuberchat, and they raided into us. They sent a lot of friends over, for which I'm grateful. Herman the Great is in the house. Thank you for that. The Herman the Great knows how to get my attention. Thank you. I've got you on the wheel. Wolf Spirit Productions actually hopped in on the live stream that the Stock Explorer was running right before Tuberchat. So I'm always happy to see creators collaborating. They've done that a couple times already. And it's wonderful to be able to see the dynamic of the conversation when we get creators together to talk about different aspects of their lives, their channels, and different casual conversation. But it was a great time. I was lucky to catch their conversation after the Stock Explorer was talking about a lot of different companies and considerations for stocks themselves. And then I just hopped in there with them actually for a few moments. So it was a great chance to be able to talk to both of them. Coastal Water, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in, and thank you for listening. I do appreciate every moment everybody is spending here. Wolf Spirit Productions on their channel brings us pure variety. They happen to be a truck driver. What we were talking about on the Stock Explorer's channel was promotion of Wolf Spirit Productions channel in particular. These QR codes can be really excellent, and this is actually a picture of the side of their truck. If you can imagine, they got vinyl stickers done, so they're kind of letting everybody know, hey, we're on YouTube, and they have been spotted. Somebody said, hey, I follow you already, which is kind of cool. And I'm always happy to see creators aggressively promoting their channels. And then, yeah, raids are a wonderful thing that can be done. It's a very generous thing to be able to do when you have an audience and you pass that off to give somebody else a bit of a head start. Marsh Knitting 101, good to see you here. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to. Intro to Mills, good to see you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. That's another official artist channel that's been a longtime friend of Tuberchat. And forgive me for anything I'm missing in the chat. If you mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Now, when I look at Wolf Spirit Productions, I always put up Sparkle's Hope Chest as well. Both of these creators bring us different series of variety, but Sparkle's Hope Chest is mom to Wolf Spirit Productions in real life. So it's extra special that these two creators, even with their separate channels, collaborate what they can. We might be looking forward to that this coming weekend, as a matter of fact. And they support each other so wholeheartedly, which is wonderful to see. I can't say enough about it. So Sparkle's Hope Chest also does a separate variety of videos, and they do really well with series as well. They've done a lot of collaborations, a lot of Happy Meal videos. They've got a Motel Life series, and what this is a great look at the creator behind Sparkle's Hope Chest. And I really enjoy, when it's appropriate, when we get to see a look at the creators behind the channels. I know it doesn't make sense for every channel that's out there to do behind the scenes kind of footage, but Sparkle's Hope Chest is really putting a shining light on that kind of content, and I really enjoy it. So I hope everybody will connect with both of these creators. Wolf Spirit Productions and Sparkle's Hope Chest have both been extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for a very long time. Let's look now at Akasua's tasty recipe, and thank you again to all of our super chatters. I really do appreciate that extra support. Akasua's tasty recipe is somebody that's fairly new to Tuberchat, so I'm still getting to know their content, but we can see that they bring us a lot of delicious looking things, both in shorts and in videos. I'm just going to take another video of yours, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me to stay caught up with your channel and get to know your content a bit better. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 3,300 subscribers they're now looking for. Jennifer Ainger, good to see you back in the house. Selvin's Kitchen, it's good to have you here. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. Sweet Fingers Dish, it's good to have you back as well. They do more delicious looking content on their channel. And if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I'm going to spin the wheel now. We'll see who's up next. When we get back down to 5 or 6 names, I'll add some more from our chat list, but super chatters get added to the screen right away, of course, and members get added to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. Camp Silky is coming up right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time. The Gaming Ham is up next. They just dropped another super chat. They've done that many times before. I really do appreciate that extra support, so thank you for that. Recyclable Homestead is still in the house, or back in the house. So it's good to see you here. And my dear goodness, are we ever having a busy chat right now. So thank you, everybody, for that. Camp Silky is here from the homesteading community, and they have crossed their 100 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. Whenever we hit different milestones like this, it's great if we can push a little bit harder and keep working so that we can get maybe this channel, for instance, up to about 105, 110. And the reason why is because YouTube likes to play games with all of our numbers. They take our subs, our views, our watch time, our thumbs up, even our thumbs down disappear in some cases. So we have to do everything we can to support each other, but if we can aim a little bit higher when we get to these milestones, then we can eliminate the risk that YouTube's going to drop us back below, because I don't wish that on anybody. But as long as everybody's doing as much as they can for each other, everybody's just fine. We see channels growing, we see channels hitting milestones, and we see creators getting monetized all the time. So I'm going to get you to pardon me again just for a very quick second here. When I look here, Ordered Steps has just walked in. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let me just mute my mic for a second. I forgot to do something. I wasn't ready before I started. I usually have a drink that I pour for myself, and I had my empty cup sitting here with ice cubes melting away. And we're all set now. Camp Silky has obviously a lot to learn from us, and I like the idea that you changed your banner up. That's a reminder for us. Happy Easter to those of you who celebrate, and for all the other different holidays and traditions that are going on. I hope you're enjoying your holidays, your weekend, and the different things that come along with that. For myself, I actually just got together with my family yesterday, and we always have a Sunday dinner. Kristen, did a huge job with putting together an entire Easter feast for all of us, with a tiny bit of help from myself, a lot of help from her daughter, and a bit of help from my sister as well. So it's wonderful when we get family together. I'm always very grateful for that. It's my favorite thing. And then we did our stream a little bit later. Next weekend, we should be back to the regular schedule when we get into the 390s, which means that in 2.5 weeks or so, Tuberchat is going to hit episode 400. Every 100th episode, we do a very special, different type of live stream. I will be joined once again by my dear friend Vern's Junk Closet, who is very knowledgeable in all things YouTube, inspirational to me, and a dear, 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 dear friend. So we will talk about tips and tricks and different things that can help your videos and your channels. If you haven't had an opportunity yet to go back and watch episode 100, 200, and 300, I hope that you will. We get together about every 6 months. That's when those milestones fall, and you will likely find some useful information in all of those different live streams. You'll get an idea of what is coming for episode 400, which will also be right around the same time as our 2-year anniversary on April the 30th. So the Gaming Ham is here. This is an interesting name for a channel. They bring us gameplay, particularly with Mass Effect, but they have mixed it up a little bit. And this is a creator who is also an advocate for the amateur radio community, lovingly known as Ham Radio, and therefore their channel name is The Gaming Ham. They have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for quite some time. They have super chatted countless times, and for that reason, again today, we've put them up right away. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. We're doing spectacularly for thumbs up again, so thank you everybody for that. Skins Fan All Day is a longtime friend of Tuberchat, another generous supporter. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Chocolate Drop. Memberships are not available in every country, and they cannot be joined on iOS devices. So whether it's an iPhone or an iPad, I believe iPads can't be done either, but they're not available in those situations. Otherwise, it's usually just the join button that is here beside the subscribe button on channels where it is enabled. Here in Tuberchat, you do not have to be a member. You do not have to super chat to get your channel on the wheel or the screen. In the case of super chats, we put them on the screen right away. In the case of memberships, we add them to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. But the wheel and the screen are open to everybody, and we do get as many channels on the screen and the wheel as we can every day in about a 2 to 2.5 hour period. And when I get the wheel down to about 5 or 6 names, we start opening it up to the chat list and adding people in order, not just of how long they've been here, but how active they've been in the chat interacting with each other, if that makes sense. But our instructions are always in our video description. It's clearly laid out there. And like I said, everybody gets an opportunity to be on both. Thank you, Chocolate Drop. I do appreciate the thought. Things like memberships and super chats are absolutely unnecessary. Obviously, you can see that Tuberchat's getting plenty of support. I really do appreciate that. As a matter of fact, thank you to our super chatters and members. We've taken the ads off of the live streams. So I put them back on the replays, of course, but during the live streams, everybody's just able to get in here and start firing away at their friends and family members for their channels quickly. Thank you, Ordered Steps, and forgive me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And Kristen Welton is up here right now. This is my love. We live together close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada, and she is here both as a moderator and a member. She's fully monetized on her own channel. She's got super chats and memberships available there. You'll notice that she puts a lot of work into branding right now and presentation. The idea is that the thumbnails, I can't believe I'm behind. I thought I caught up with on these videos already. And another shorts video she just put up an hour ago. The thumbnails are all very similar in presentation, right? And I talk about this often because they match the avatar and the banner. So Rock Chick Beauty was up earlier. She puts a lot of work into her thumbnails, but she puts a different thumbnail on every single video, right? Kristen Welton is making her thumbnails similar, but the branding is there, and this allows, let's say somebody is entertained by a video that she's put out and then is searching for something else, and one of her videos might be suggested. Chances are somebody might recognize that and be inclined to click on that. That's where branding can really help you. And then in some cases, you might even want to make your thumbnails more similar, but you have to make the right decision for your own channel. You'll notice that on Tuberchat, every thumbnail is identical except for a tiny color change, but they have looked the same for virtually well over 350 episodes anyway. And there are lots of different creators who have different tactics and strategies, whether I'm on my own channels or different ones that I run or consult for. Thumbnails are always a consideration based on every individual channel. So I try not to tell everybody what they should or shouldn't do while I'm here, even if I slip and I do actually say that. What I mean is just to present information as best I can. We all discuss it here in the chat and share our experiences and opinions, and then everybody can make the best decisions for their own channels, myself included. I constantly want to improve and strive to get better. Else Lagari, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Kristen Welton has done collaborations with other creators, a lot of live streaming. She's had great success with shorts, hitting almost 20 and almost 30,000 views. So hopefully that will continue as well. And she's got almost 1,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. Next up is going to be actually Aubrey, and this is somebody who just became a member today. So we'll see what they've got going on their channel. This is just the second time we're looking at it, I believe. So we've still got to get to know this creator. Oh, it's actually the first time. First time we're putting this channel up on the screen. They've been here once before, but didn't make it onto the screen. Again, it's not just about how long you're here, how much you're interacting with everybody, but it's a combination of both, actually. And I have a robot that helps me out with that. The Essence of Sonia has been with Tuberchat pretty much from the beginning, one of the first channels ever featured. And it's interesting to see when you wonder to yourself who's still going to be with you a year or two down the road, that after almost 2 years and 390 episodes of Tuberchat, the Essence of Sonia is still making frequent appearances to come and meet new creators and grow their channel. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat, like a question or a comment that you meant for me to see. If you did and I missed it, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open, try to catch it the next time around. And I see that Outgoing Azzy is in the house as well, a very outgoing creator. So actually, Aubrey is somebody I've got to get to know, but I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'm going to take this 17-minute one. I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up and subscribe and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Skins fan all day. has been a longtime supporter, not just of Tuberchat. I've seen them out supporting other people many times over the last couple of years. They've got 3,400 subscribers right now, and I always have a good time when I'm able to catch them in a live stream. I was lucky to catch them not too long ago. What I'm going to do is take another video from you, though, and I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up with some of your content. You know, as we grow and follow more and more creators, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. So it makes it that much more extra special when you have creators that are still coming to visit you after all this time. Because you've got more and more people to follow, right? For instance, with Superchat, we're over 3,600 now, I believe. I couldn't possibly run 300 or 3,600 videos a week. It just can't be done, right? But as long as everybody's doing as much as they can for each other, everybody is just fine. Skins Fan All Day is a perfect example of this, and a lot of creators here in the chat as well. They have been an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I put their channel up right away just because they dropped a super chat there. They've done that many times before, and when you get to their channel, you'll find that they're fully monetized, so there are super chats and memberships available there as well. When you do catch them on a live stream, you'll find that they often have StreamYard panels with a lot of other creators, and it becomes a very dynamic conversation, of course. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. You will find some familiar faces over on their channel as well when you get there. So thank you again, Skins Fan All Day, my dear friend, for coming by, and thank you for your generous super chat. I really do appreciate that extra support. We're spinning the wheel again. Now we're going to look at Craft and Share with Heather. This is another channel that I'm still getting to know. They've been to Tuberchat several times now, and we're going to have a look and see what they've been doing on their channel lately. They've got 149 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're likely thinking about. And they've got a short video here. I wonder if they're going to continue with those. I'm just going to take your latest video and I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up with your content, get to know your channel a little bit better. One of the reasons why I like putting channels on the screen this way is because over time I get to know the channels, eventually the content as I go through videos, premieres, live streams all week and things like that. And hopefully, over the course of a long period of time, I get to know the creator behind the channel as well, and I can do a better job of promoting you every time you're here. So I'm sure everybody enjoys that as well. And we always try to get to as many channels as we can every single day here on Tuberchat. So Living Beautifully, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much, Jennifer Ainger. Yeah, I'll bet that's a handful of work you got ahead of you. Kicking It with Lulu, it's good to see you back in the house again. I start whining about my voice disappearing by the time we get around to Mondays. We've still got a long way to go. We've not even been on for an hour yet. We'll likely be here for another hour and a half or so. And we should be able to hold it together. This is why Tuberchat's live streams don't go any longer. For a week or two, we let them go to about 3 hours. But my voice can't take it after 10 hours of streaming per weekend in this fast-paced environment. I got to lay off a little bit. So we still have a long way to go for today, and we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It's usually 2 to 2.5 hours. And thank you, everybody, for the reminders of those thumbs up. Now, if you have the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab here on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I will appreciate that greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this live stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. Rock Chick Beauty's willing to swap playlists. Anybody's free to do that as well. Holy smokes. Woman Outdoors is coming up. And we'll see what they've got going on their channel as well. there are a lot of creators that come through the Tuberchat family where we have a lot to learn, right? When we talk about crafting channels, when we talk about homesteading channels, gardening channels, cooking channels, there's lots and lots and lots where we can learn. I mean, I think we can learn from any creator, to be honest with you. There are a lot of different things to learn, but a lot of these channels are putting up almost do-it-yourself or tutorial type videos, which is great, and I always find it fascinating. I'm happy to see not only the content from creators, but the progress that they make in their channels as time goes on as well. Yeah, Michael's Adventures, when we go on break, I might take your advice and have to do that. It's just, I think it's part of the weather. I'm not kidding that the other day, I think it was Great Farmer Freelance's live stream I was in, and we were talking about the weather for a second, and I mentioned it was 57 degrees here, or whatever it was, and then literally last night there was a dusting of snow. And this has been going on all month here in my area, which is between Niagara Falls and Toronto in Ontario, Canada. And not that I want to whine and complain about it, but, you know, those weather changes for people with allergies, I'm allergic to everything. So it seems to just wreak havoc. But I will try to clean up the voice a little bit before we come back. Backlash Fisherman, good to see you in the house. We still got a few moments before we go on break anyway. I'll stick around for another 10 minutes, put as many channels on the screen as we can, and then we'll just go for a few minutes to take that quick break and come right back. We still got at least an hour and a half on the live stream for today. I feel like I missed another channel in the chat. I don't mean to miss anybody. Andre Southgate is here. Not sure if I welcomed you. Patrick Hollett is in the house. Marsh Knitting 101's been here for a while, but it's good to have you still here. And I hope I'm not missing anybody. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here for now. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster than I have. It has been extremely busy this weekend, so I appreciate that from everybody. But my speeches are also very long. For those of you who've known me for any amount of time, you know that I can drag out a conversation for a very long period of time. And I'm sure that's entertaining to everybody. You got to imagine to yourself, right? So Scratch and PPA is here every single day. And a lot of our moderators are here as often as they can be. Kristen is almost always either in the chat or in the house. Oh, thank you. While I'm doing that, you're not going to be able to see this because the label is green. But Kristen just brought me my jar of honey to remind me in case I forgot about that. I'm going to do it in the break in 10 minutes though. We keep that on the counter. Michael's Adventures was after me about getting into local honey for a long time, and I've got a jar that I keep at work. I've got a jar that I keep at home. But you can imagine, like I said, when we talk about, you know, Michael's Adventures, who's here almost all the time, Makeup Mom and Son, our other moderators, as well as Kristen Walton, and of course Scratch and PPA, who's here for every stream, they have to hear the same speeches over and over and over again. And I love doing it. I don't mind it, right? But I don't know what it's like to have to hear that. Real Creative Studios, good to see you in the house. Thank you so much. Keeping Up with the Griffins is still in the house. Scratch and PPA, thanks for catching that from Facing Reality while I'm giving a long speech about giving long speeches. And Facing Reality says, is it recommended that we change out old thumbnails and titles to see if we can get more views on the video? Absolutely yes. Thank you for asking that. It's a very important point that I don't talk about nearly enough here on Tuberchat, but that is a great question. Apollo Plays, good to see you in the house. And you can go back over all of your older videos, and I mean older meaning anything that's already published. You can go back and rejig your titles, your thumbnails, your descriptions, your tags, hashtags, everything to do with the video, with the exception of maybe editing, right? You can rethink and represent all of those different things. And that can lead to much more views. And sometimes you're going to have videos that don't necessarily fly right away, and then all of a sudden a year from now they do. That can be news-based, that can be event-based, that can be based on, you know, if you're somebody who does, for instance, just as an example, tech reviews or game reviews, right? Let's say Grand Theft Auto. You know, when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, I'm sure all the videos that people have made about predictions for Grand Theft Auto 6 are going to be rewatched, because people are going to want to see what people had to say, if their predictions came true, and things like that. That's a possibility. Tech reviews, the Samsung, or let's say iPhone. iPhone 11 comes out, and when the 12 comes out, people go back and watch the 11 videos for a while and things like that. Not that I'm right, I'm just saying it's possible. But there's a multitude of different reasons why you would want to consider going back and redoing thumbnails or titles on videos that you think you can get some more views from. Now, you're not always wanting to pick up the videos that get the least amount of views and trying to make them work. It can be a lot more efficient to take the videos that are already performing well or decently and push them a little bit farther, right? So that's an idea also. Moga and family, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. John Paul is an 8-year veteran of YouTube. Good to see you here. And then, even if the video is not doing as well, redo a thumbnail in a minute. It's possible that can help. Yep. You just have to make the right decisions for your own channels. As you try more things, you'll understand what happens. And thank you, Facing Reality. We passed 100 thumbs up already. We're not even done the first hour of the stream. So thank you, everybody, for that. I really do appreciate that. We're having a record weekend this weekend, and Tuberchat continues to grow. I'm very grateful to everybody for that. Forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat, like a question or a comment that you meant for me to see. Just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or I mentioned Tuberchat Connect and Grow. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then we're looking at Ghostly Wins with 715 subscribers. We got a great look at this channel last night, because we typically stream at the same times every week, although they do move around, so I don't actually put up a schedule. I just say we're here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But last night we did an extremely late live stream. And for that reason, Ghostly Wins, who's in Australia, was able to catch us right at the end. They were in the stream for a while here, and then they began a stream, so we went over and raided them. Now, Ghostly Wins has been a dear friend of Tuberchat for a very long time. This is a creator who shows generosity in all the typical ways that you can on YouTube. They happen to be a silver member now, too, which means we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And, of course, as a member, they're added to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. Oh, and that's great. Facing Reality is mixing up the videos, and it's working out well for them. All that fluff and stuff, good to see you in the house. They also are from Australia, so it's great that you're here. Thank you for coming back in, another generous creator. Ghostly Wins does gameplay. That's what made me mention Grand Theft Auto, even though I'm not sure if they've actually done Grand Theft Auto on their channel. They typically play retro games, Sega, Nintendo based. But it's interesting that I've grown up with this stuff, and still they introduced me to games that I had not already seen after all these years. So it's kind of cool. Ghostly Wins is a very energetic creator. They will draw you into their gameplay while they're there, and they're very warm, welcoming. You can always tell they're having a good time. This is a creator who shows generosity, not only in all the typical ways that I mentioned on YouTube, pardon me, but also this is somebody who truly has my back. You wonder to yourself, who's going to, be that kind of friend to you? And this is why we use the word family so often here on Tuberchat, because it really does feel like family. You start to miss people when they're not there. You notice. You start to get noticed. God forbid you have to disappear for a day or two. Somebody's going to notice and say, hey, I haven't seen you. Is everything okay? And that kind of thing. And there's lots of other ways that we can support each other, but Ghostly Wins is a shining example of somebody who truly lives wholeheartedly by the idea of giving much more than they expect to receive. Forgive me for anybody that I have missed in the chat. I don't mean to miss anybody. I did see Pallets, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning come in. They happen to be a member, so I put them on the wheel right away. Jamie Hart also is a member. They were already on the wheel. They've got 392 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. Lashera Crochet, it's good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oh my goodness, all that fluff and stuff. It's late for you today. See, I forget for the life of me the Australia itself. I know that our stream is a little bit later today than it usually is, just like it was last night. This is a rare occurrence where my usual Monday obligations are not so severe because we have somewhat of a holiday in, at least in Canada, for Easter. So I'm able to rejig my day, and we didn't have to rush back on after being on live so late last night. Backlash Fisherman is willing to swap playlists with other creators. Pardon me just for a quick second here. And Jamie Hart is somebody who I'm still getting to know, but hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to their channel. They're mixing up the videos, live streams, and I'm not sure if we've had shorts yet. It looks like not yet, but that's okay. It might be a consideration. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And like I said, we'd love to push them towards the 400 that they're thinking about. So when we talk about the idea of swapping playlists, if anybody would like to do that, you just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists here in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. There's a lot of variety on this channel, but we can see from Jamie Hart's banner that they talk about Twin Peaks, other movie reviews, horror, retrospectives, vlogs, adventure, cats, and nature. So it's quite a diverse collection, but a lot of live streaming as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. The next channel that we're looking at is somebody who's here both as a moderator and a gold member. And this is Makeup Mom and Son. She's been a dear friend for a very long time. She's a very much loved and well-respected creator. So much so, in fact, that I believe her very first live stream went on for 4.5 hours, if I remember right, and was rated 3 times. So that kind of shows you how much support she'd already given other creators before even starting to live stream and having all that come back. T-Mobile, I'm not sure if I welcomed you. Good to see you in the house. Mrs. VSNC09 must be here. Did I not see Mrs. VSNC09 come in? Maybe not. There she is. Just getting them onto the wheel right now. Members always get added to the wheel as soon as I see them in the chat. And oh my goodness, Backlash Fisherman did a fishing video, caught 8 to 10 fish in an hour. My goodness. I don't enjoy fishing as much as a lot of people do, but I think that's because, you know, I've had to, when I've done it, when I was much younger, I've gone out for hours and barely caught anything. I did catch things. I caught them, cleaned them, ate them, everything else. In rare occurrences, it's usually catch and release, but interesting. So Makeup Mom and Son now is getting close to 1,200 subscribers. On her channel, she does a lot of variety. Lately, what you'll find is a lot of product reviews, almost like unboxings, and she mixes up the content. So this is a creator who's extremely considerate to the audience about the idea of bringing them new content, meaning if you're going to do tech reviews, unboxing videos and product reviews, Makeup Mom and Son, for instance, is really mixing up the products that they're reviewing. So there's always something new coming around the corner on this channel. Of course, there's a lot of beauty products with a name like Makeup Mom and Son, and I'll show you Makeup Mom and Son's channel in another moment. I think we have a brand new channel in the chat. Forgive me, I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong. I feel like it's Desiree Diaries, but I'd love it if you'd correct me so I can pronounce that properly. But it's great to have you here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. KT Bart's 101, good to see you in the house. Keeping Up with Queen Eva is here as well. We'll get them onto the wheel. as they happen to be a member. We can tell from their green name in the chat. And then Makeup Mom and Son as well mixes up the content. She's done a lot of collaborations with other creators. So live streams where she has other people up on her StreamYard panels. She also goes up on a lot of other creators' StreamYard panels as well, and is very much happy to be sharing content in that way. She's done extremely well with shorts. She's had many of these fly. One of them, as a matter of fact, with 37,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully that continues. One of the most notable things that we find from Makeup Mom and Son is this interview series called What's That Channel About, where she interviews different YouTubers, and some you will have already recognized from the Tuberchat family, some you'll be introduced to for the first time, but she does a great job with that. I've been honored to have been included in that video series. So there's a lot to Makeup Mom and Son. I hope you'll check out her channel and connect with her. You can see she's fully monetized. There's lots of ways to support her, including memberships and super chats when you get there. When we look at Caden Plays It, this is Makeup Mom and Son's son with their own channel. We'd love to encourage this young creator to bring out some more content. They've actually been posting frequently over the last couple of weeks, which is great to see. And with 27 subscribers, we'd love to push them a little bit farther along the road towards their first 100. And Dejanay, Janae Gordon Educational Channel. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Healthy G Mom is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. I'm overdue for taking a break, so we'll do that in a minute. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is in the house. I'm going to get them onto the Wheel of Doom. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, Bobs and Bits. Or is it Bits and Bobs? Sam introduced me to a new term today. Outside of Tuberchat, so I intend on milking that joke for a long time. But we will check out what bits and bobs Sam has going on his channel soon enough, I'm sure. And Healthy G-Mom is here with over 3,400 subscribers. Now, you can bet that with a sub count that high, there's got to be a lot to be learned, as well as learned from, as well as entertained and inspired by from this creator. She's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships. She's trying to inspire us with healthy living, and it is a good amount of variety on this channel as well, with how-to videos also and other variety there. Healthy G-Mom is here with us just about every single day and is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then if anybody right now has the ability to share this live stream out, whether it's on a community tab here on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I will appreciate it greatly. It helps get a couple more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this live stream pushed out a little bit farther, both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead. And Sam's Vlogs Trains and More has finished their bits and bobs now. We'll be in their Easter weekend vlog tomorrow. I will be looking forward to that specifically. Philip Lemon, Canva for banners, Fonto for thumbnails, and that's it. Interesting. I actually was in a situation where I had to make a thumbnail very quickly for a video on a channel that I run, but I didn't have Photoshop on the machine that I had to use to do it, and I hopped on Canva and whipped that thing out in a couple of seconds. So, you know, I intend on eventually doing some better tutorials for how to do thumbnails and banners. I've done a couple on my personal channel using Canva because it's free, right? It's a website and an app. It's available on iOS and Android, easy to use, and it's very popular. But my tutorials over there are very long-winded, so I intend to do some clear and concise ones eventually. But I'm always interested to know the different programs that people are using or the different apps to create the different things that we need. Moments with Vanessa is still in the house. Good to see you here. And we're going to take a break just for a few minutes. We're going to come right back and we are going to look at Charlene Heal. Alright, we are back. Let me whip my green screen into place here. And thank you everybody for hanging out. I'm just grabbing my bearings here again. I dropped a link for Canva there. That's what we were talking about. That's something I recommend when thinking about banners and thumbnails, especially if you're not, a graphic artist or somebody who's proficient with Photoshop and things like that. It's free. It's an app. It's a website. And in my opinion, it's easy to use. So you'll recognize a lot of the templates that are in there. They've got a lot of ready-made stuff and very easy to change up if you have a little bit of patience and the time to spend. So I just dropped that link for everybody. We're looking at Charlene Heal right now. Forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. I did literally get up and walk away for a few minutes. So if I've missed anything, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. If there was a question or a comment you wanted me to see, I'll keep my eyes open. Hopefully catch it the next time around. I see that Chris's Clever Craft has come in. And Dangerous Jobbers, good to see you back in the house as well. Thank you for being here. Charlene Heal is a powerhouse of energy and positivity and motivation. On her channel, she brings us content that intends on helping us with natural healing, coaching, and transformations of different types. She's mixing up all three types of content with shorts, videos, and live streams. And she's got 736 subscribers here. Now, this is a creator who always engages conversation in the chat, but Charlene Heal, once you get to know her a little bit, you'll get to see the energy that I'm talking about. She brings that everywhere she goes. She's very positive, very motivating, and I'm going to show you her second channel as well. When we look at business services and opportunities, this is a second channel from Charlene Heal, where she promises to bring us the same motivation and positivity, with the added bonus of opportunities to build wealth, which is great. And I'm always happy to have any kind of financial information, because a lot of us have monetization on our minds for our channels or for our businesses. And I think it would be a wonderful world if everybody could maximize the impact of the income that's going to follow monetization. Rambling with the Brums is a fellow Canadian in the house, coming in from the homesteading community, and we've got them on the wheel now because they happen to be a member. Let's spin. Now that we're in the second half of the live stream, I'm going to try to move a bit faster through channels than I have been in the first half. We've still got a long way to go. We're not in any rush, but we can stay up to almost another hour and a half if everybody would like. Ali's Craft Pursuits is coming up right now. Now, this is somebody who was here, I think, from the beginning of the stream. I'm not sure if she's still here right now, but we'll look at this channel. Ali's Craft Pursuits brings us a lot of craft videos as well as video game live streaming, and I've been able to catch her many times. So almost 1,100 subscribers on this channel. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone, and she is bringing us all three types of content here as well, with shorts, as we can see, and then with videos and the live streams that I was talking about. And it's interesting because when she talks about crafts, she's actually found a video game as well here. Where is it again? It's Cross Stitch World. And this is something that is a crafting video game, in my opinion. Like, I don't know if that's the right way to describe it, but I think it's really interesting. But she mixes up the content on her channel. As you can see, I've played Candy Crush a zillion times. And then I think I've even played Cookie Jam, I forget. And a few others. I don't play a lot, but I have played many. So let's spin the wheel. MLW Fishing Man, good to see you in the house. Thank you for that. Always good to see you here. And Keeping Up with Queen Eva is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator has got going on. They happen to be a member, so of course we had put them on the wheel as soon as I saw them in the chat. Keeping Up with Queen Eva. Let's see what you got going on your channel right now. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Sonny Kenny, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. When we look at Keeping Up with Queen Eva, we see pure variety on this channel, a lot of delicious looking content, obviously, and I'm just going to take this Greek yogurt parfait with chia seeds video. I'm going to add this into my ketchup list, and that will help me get caught up with your latest video. Make sure I don't fall too far behind. We don't have a sub count on this channel, but that's okay. We just want to push them towards their next milestone, whatever that might be. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see what's coming up next. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And Herman the Great is up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. This is another creator who's incredibly energetic and positive and motivating. They're posting frequently, as we can see. I'm hoping I can catch him on one of these live streams soon enough. He's got 588 subscribers, so he's actually climbed really fast since hitting 500, but I'm hoping that we're going to see that community tab pop its head out. We might even see that as early as next weekend. Tuberchat's always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. By the time we see Herman the Great again, we might see that community tab. Thank you, Keeping Up with Queen Eva. And Herman the Great is pure variety on their channel. They are considering different types of content, and they're very forthcoming about talking to the audience about that as well. As you can see, vlogs, live streams, and adventures opens up the possibilities of just about any kind of variety. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. But Herman the Great has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Superchat family for quite some time already. Living Beautifully is coming up next. I just spun the wheel, and then we will look at Rambling with the Brums. Living Beautifully is a longtime friend of Tuberchat, and I really do appreciate that super chat, so thank you for the extra support. Now, you can see that while I'm searching for Living Beautifully, YouTube wants to try to respell that for me, so you have to be very clear with YouTube about the fact that you want Living Beautifully to be spelled a certain way. And then you'll find this channel. So Sonny Kenny, in the video description, we have our instructions for exactly how to connect with other creators. The idea here is that generosity always wins. We expect everybody to make the first move, reach out to other creators, support them first. They will turn around and do the same for you. The way that we do that is to start a conversation with somebody in the chat, to introduce yourself, make sure they're on the same page, then head to their channel, watch a full video of at least 3 minutes from beginning to end, and then leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. It should be 3 or 4 sentences. Give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, as you see me do for all creators. That should make your connection stick. When you come back and tell them that you've done that here in the chat, they will turn around and do the same thing for you right away. So Living Beautifully, it's been a little while since you've been here. I'm just going to take your videos here. I'm going to take your latest one, Bath & Body Works haul. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up with your content a little bit. And even though we don't have a sub count on this channel, we know that they are an incredibly loyal and dedicated supporter. They have been for a long time. We just want to push them towards their next milestone. Like I said, Living Beautifully is a longtime friend of Tuberchat. Rambling with the Brums is coming up next because we did spin the wheel, but Garden State Gardener just came in blazing with some extra generosity and dropped another super chat on us. Joe from Garden State Gardener has done that many times. And for that extra support, of course, I'm very grateful, and we will look at Garden State Gardener next for that reason. And you have to forgive me, I didn't even notice, I'm embarrassing myself, I didn't even notice if you actually did Sunday Fun Day last night, because for holidays like Easter, my family gets together, so we did that yesterday. I was literally away from the computer right up until about 45 minutes before I started Tuberchat, and didn't really get a chance to visit anybody or anything for many hours yesterday. But Garden State Gardener has a really fast-paced and high-energy live stream every Sunday night. We'll talk about that when we look at their channel next. Right now, we've got Scott from Rambling with the Brums here, who's built up quite a reputation, both as a supporter and a moderator to a lot of channels. This is somebody who's always trying to connect others together in a similar way to what we do here in Tuberchat. You'll likely meet more friends and family members over there. Rambling with the Brums is often trying to help creators hit milestones. Stroud Gang, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I don't know if I welcomed Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations today, but it's good to have you back. Thank you for coming back in. And oh, didn't have Sunday Fun Day. There you go. Yes, Pierogies Monday. I did see the registration video come up as probably a suggested thing while I was setting up for Tuberchat today. Garden State Gardener has some wild live streams, as does Rambling with the Brums, as a matter of fact. Both of these creators come to us from the homesteading community, and they're friends. We've actually seen them collaborate. There's a little bit of comedy between these two creators, which is great to see. They are both extremely generous, extremely happy to promote others and connect creators in a similar way to what we do here, so you can meet more friends and family members. So Rambling with the Brums, I hope everybody will connect with. Like I said, this is a fellow Canadian. They're just about 6 hours away from me, so not quite close enough to throw a baseball, but a little bit farther than that. Ace Flaw 1, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And like I said, Rambling with the Brums has built up quite a reputation, both as a supporter and a moderator. So they are bringing us all three types of content: shorts, videos, and live streams. I'm going to take your latest video. I know I shared this out, but I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. And we see that this creator is posting frequently, often almost daily, as a matter of fact. They do a couple of regularly scheduled live streams, usually on Thursdays and Saturdays as a minimum. I've been able to catch them many times. So I hope everybody will connect with them. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, as I have mentioned, and Garden State Gardener is coming up next. Now, like I said, both of these creators come to us from the homesteading community. Garden State Gardener has some live stream series as well, and I mention it often. I've been able to catch them on Sunday Funday many times, but they post frequently. They literally are posting every day. They're doing all kinds of collaborations with comedy, with other creators. We've seen Rambling with the Brums there. Interestingly, they went to one of the Disney parks and were sharing that content with another creator as well. So Joe is somebody who shows generosity not only in the typical ways that we see here on YouTube, but over and above. I always love to see creators collaborating together. But if you think about it, when you hop in, whether it's on somebody else's StreamYard panel, or if you're doing an outdoor live stream and letting them, like, kind of have your feed instead of, you'll live stream before or after, that's really generous, and it can change the dynamic of the content on the other creator's channel, and that can really be helpful. Plus you get exposure to their audience. It's a great thing. Garden State Gardener obviously instinctively knows this and has been doing it for a long time, so you're going to find all kinds of different variety in videos and content here on this channel. Most notably, like I keep saying, Sunday Funday is a live stream where they do a lot of giveaways, and they often have 100 people watching at times. Cabarar Gaming, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And Rem's Family Farm, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Garden State Gardener is approaching 1,700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I'm just going to take your latest longer video here and add this into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up with your content. And you can see that, of course, they're fully monetized, so there's lots of ways to connect with them and support them, including super chats and memberships. So let's spin the wheel. Thank you one more time, Garden State Gardener, for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. He's done that countless times and happens to be a member as well, so I do appreciate that overwhelmingly generous support. And I saw Hilda DC come in. She is a very much loved and well-respected creator and a member of our moderator squad, so I've got her on the wheel. We're going to look at her channel soon enough, and right now is Chris and Larry Homestead. Now, this is one of our brand newest members. They happen to be live right now, so there'll be fresh content to see on that channel after Tuberchat today. They've got over 8,000 subscribers, so you can bet there's a lot to be learned from these creators as well as entertained and inspired by. Pardon me. And they have got super chats and memberships available on their channel. Of course, I'm still getting to know their particular variety in content, as they're fairly new here in the Tuberchat family, but they did become a member right away. So we've seen their channel several times, and I'm just going to take another video from them. I'm actually going to take the live stream that they're doing right now, Why Do We Homestead, because I bet that's going to be informative, and I really like getting to know creators behind channels when possible. On that note, anybody can reach out to me anytime on Instagram if you'd like. I'm there all the time, Facebook often, and Twitter sometimes. But I love talking YouTube. It doesn't have to be questions. It can be if there's something you think I can help with. But I also enjoy hearing lessons learned along the way and different things that are noticed both here in Tuberchat and out in the YouTube streets as well, especially when we can use that information to share with everybody and help everybody benefit in some way, shape, or form. So that's Chris and Larry Homestead, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to them. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels now. We still got just over an hour to go. If everybody would like, we'll get as many channels on the screen as we can. I Am Betty J Gathers is coming up right now. When we get the wheel down to about 5 or 6 names, I will add some more from our chat list. Mr. Fulton Mraz, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. My favorite Easter candy is probably anything that Reese is going to put out. You know what I really like, though, is those eggs, the mini eggs. Cadbury ones are probably my favorite ones, but I do like the Hershey ones as well. See, in Canada, we're limited. So as I'm talking about this, you know, everybody watching and listening, many creators might recognize what I'm talking about, but know, like, you know, there's 15 flavors of each one, whereas in Canada we have like 2, and things like that. But I do like those. Anything Reese. I wish I would stop eating that stuff, but whatever. It's Easter. It's my excuse for this weekend again. Diet starts tomorrow. And Cabaret Vlogs is here with the second account to give us that extra thumbs up. Thank you for that. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope that you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Can you schedule stories? Can you schedule Instagram stories? Now, my understanding is I haven't tried it yet. As far as I can see, you can't do it with Instagram itself. Anybody can correct me if I'm mistaken, and you know here in the chat better than that. An Instagram story is possible to be scheduled, I believe, by third-party tools. Like, I really like Hootsuite. I've used Buffer many times. There's other things like Latergram or Later or whatever it's called now, and there's other ones, and I've used a few of these things. So the idea is that it might be possible, but not just with Instagram itself. And it could be a situation where you prepare the story, get it ready, and then it doesn't automatically do it for you, but what it will do is send a notification to your phone. As you click that notification, it posts the story. So the thing is, you kind of have to be available right at the second you want it to go out, if I understand right. So I'll look into that, Sam. It's a great question, and thank you for asking that. But my understanding is that it's not the easiest thing in the world to do right off the bat and can't be done with Instagram alone. So I Am Betty J Gathers is constantly reminding people to give us thumbs up. This is an extremely energetic creator. You'll find that both in their content and everywhere they go. They're out supporting others, and they're here in Tuberchat spreading positivity and helping us move up to those milestones constantly. We're going to hit 125 thumbs up any moment now, so thank you, everybody. I Am Betty J Gathers does a lot of variety on her channel, but I've been lucky enough to catch her on live streams, and she's a very engaging creator that's able to lead the conversation there as well, so I hope you'll join her for that. And let me see what I can do about, I meant to spin the wheel. I think I wrecked it. I accidentally hit my space bar. There it is, the Weightlifting Geek. Okay, we got it. We'll see what the Weightlifting Geek has going on their channel. They said something interesting today. Now, the Weightlifting Geek has been a member for a while, and I was mistaken because I thought that what had happened with this creator is some of you may have been forced when you started your YouTube channel to open 2 accounts. One which is the channel itself, and one account that you basically just don't do anything with, and it's a big confusing mess of stuff. I don't know why YouTube bothered with that in the first place. Some creators had to do it, some creators didn't have to. It's optional for others, and it's way too detailed of a conversation to even get into here. But ultimately, I might have been wrong. The Weightlifting Geek, I had been under the impression that they might have got their membership here on Tuberchat under a different account, and for that reason, their name was not coming up green in the chat, but I know that they're a member because I see it in my analytics in the background. However, they kind of let me know right now that when they chat from a computer, their name comes up green, but when they chat from their iPhone, it doesn't. And that's really, really weird. I don't know why that is. We've seen one other situation with one other person that had a membership where something similar was happening, but I can't be certain if that's a glitch or something that's unique to their channel. Very, very strange. But the Weightlifting Geek is another energetic creator. They obviously want to inspire and motivate us, particularly with fitness and healthy living, but they also have a lot of fun on their channel. They take us out for adventures and fun times as well. They are doing both shorts and videos. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting them with them for those. I think they've done live streams too. I'm going to double check here. I haven't caught them. Have I? Or am I mistaken? Maybe live streaming is something that could be a consideration, but not yet. But that's okay. I could be mistaken about that. I'm still getting to know a lot of creators here in TuberChat. That's one of the reasons I like putting the channels on the screen, and one of the reasons why I like encouraging people to reach out to me on the other social networks during the week as well, where we can talk about different things. I can get to know creators, do a better job of promoting you every time you're here. So the Weightlifting Geek has 713 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 that they're thinking about. Now I see that Thrill Seeks has come in. That's a longtime dear friend to TuberChat. I'm going to show you his second channel first. He dropped a super chat, so he's putting his channels up right away. He's actually got 2 of them. Forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat. I was behind there for a quick second. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and try to catch it the next time around. Dave's Who Reviews is a second channel from Thrill Seeks. He is a Doctor Who fan and bringing us content along that theme. So the channel's fairly new. He's got 15 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little farther here, and we'll be looking forward to some more videos coming out. When we look at his main channel, we see Thrill Seeks, and I'll describe this in a second. Stroud Gang just dropped a super chat on us as well. Thank you for that. We're going to put their channel up next for that reason. We see that Thrill Seeks has sniped the Stream Boss position. So again, that is the video game life meter that you see under my camera there. And because Thrill Seeks knocked out our last Stream Boss, they will get some extra exposure for a little while for that reason. My YouTube search, good to see you back today for the second time. And Macix team, good to see you here. This is a little bit of a different time than we usually do on Mondays. We're usually here a couple hours earlier, but we've got some holidays happening with Easter and this and that, so my day allowed me to push the stream a little bit farther along, so we didn't have to come back quite so early after being here last night after midnight Eastern. But it's great to have you here. So Thrill Seeks is bringing us theme park footage more than anything else, with roller coasters as a focus, which is great. With the last couple of years we've all had, we haven't been able to get out, a lot of us, to some of these places. And even if you're not the kind of person who enjoys some of the big bad roller coasters that are out there, I don't like the big ones anymore, and I think everybody enjoys seeing the fun that's had by people, and the screaming and yelling and hooting and hollering and all that stuff that goes on in theme parks. So David's from Thrill Seeks, he's bringing us this kind of content, and I'm sure it's bringing a lot of smiles to a lot of people's faces. He also does a lot of other variety, sometimes with a product review or an unboxing video, a lot of streams, including the opportunity to meet more friends and family members in a similar way to what we do here in TuberChat. So I hope everybody will join him. We want to push him towards the 1,300 subscribers that they're thinking about. They've got super chats and memberships available when we get there, as they are fully monetized. And I'm just going to get Stroud Gang ready to go. Thank you again, Thrill Seeks and Stroud Gang, both for your super chats. I really do appreciate that extra support. Oh, goodness, I can't believe I did that. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I just made a whole long speech. Oh, my God. Hope Bus is in the house. Thank you for coming back in. I just wanted to clear my throat for a second. Goodness. Hope Bus is here. They're a neighbor that's only about 20 minutes away from me in real life. I'm hoping we can collaborate soon. I'm just waiting for the weather to get a little bit better. It can't decide what it wants to do in our area, but we will get up there. This is one of the biggest mistakes that I make constantly here. I have been doing better with it for the last little while, but today I've been muting the mic so often, I forgot to turn it back on for a second, and yeah, that's all that was. It happens. There's a lot to live streaming, right? And it's not that I want to make excuses, but, you know, mistakes are going to be made. Everybody's going to forgive you. It's not going to matter. And the truth of the matter is you're probably not even going to remember after you do 10 or 20 more streams anyway about the silly little mistakes that have happened. But that's one thing that is something to be considered, is the idea of trying to do things to remind yourself not to do that. You know, we can either mute our mics or unmute our mics when we don't want to, and I've done both. And that's been entertaining as well. So Hope Us, like I said, is a neighbor. I'm hoping to collaborate with them sometime in the near future. The weather's getting better, so we should be able to make it happen. They live in a beautiful town just 20 minutes away from us, and I'm looking forward to a personal tour of the actual Hope Bus. We'll make a video or a stream when we get there, I'm sure. Stroud Gang is here with 1,220 subscribers or so. I'm hoping we could push them a little bit farther towards the 1,300 that they're thinking about. They're fairly new to Tuberchat, just finding us within the last month, but I'm enjoying getting to know them. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. You'll find a lot of cleaning motivation videos, more than anything else lately. And I'm just going to take actually another one here, Trip to Noah's Ark, a playtime and grocery shopping. I'm going to take this, it's almost like a vlog looking video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Stroud Gang. We put their channel up right away because they dropped a super chat on us, and I really do appreciate that extra support. Oh, did I miss a message from you as well? Sam's Vlogs Trains and More. Forgive me, I think you mentioned something earlier and I missed it. Not just my mic being muted. I hope I welcome Crescent Art Designs from Toronto in the house. Thank you for coming back in. My page that I'm trying to look at. When you see me staring off into the side like this, I know it looks like I'm looking at the channel on the screen. I'm actually looking at another screen in the background here, and you can't see it, but my internet is having a frenzy of some sort here. I can't catch up my page. And then Hilda DC, Woody and Wendy say hello. Yes, Hilda DC is mentioning all she could see. It's got to look funny, right? You hear me talk and then all of a sudden it just stops and then comes back. I don't know what that looks like, my dear goodness, but I do appreciate everybody's patience. Irene J.U., good to see you back in the house. The Anthony's Family Show is another creator that will enjoy connecting creators together. Forgive me, Sam. Let me see what I can do. Oh, I answered it. Thank you, Sam's Vlogs Trains and More. Yeah, thought I missed something there. I am Betty J. Gathers, my dear goodness. And then, yeah, Jamie Hart, it's something I've done countless times. Scratch and PPA, you wouldn't believe how many times this particular creator, I mean, we've got a lot of moderators, you know, Sam's Vlogs Trains and More is here. All of our moderators are try to be on top of it and really help while they're here, but I also hope that they enjoy the stream while they're here, so we try to take some pressure off. But Scratch and PPA somehow is able to catch just about every mistake that I make, and I try not to do it too often, but today's been just unbelievable. This whole weekend's been unbelievable, but it's a thought, you know, when you think about when you think about moderators and the fact that you can find people who are generously willing to help you and hopefully truly have your back. They're out there, you know, there's lots of generous creators. We all just need to find each other. Buddha of Destiny Namaste is a creator who's been with Tuberchat from about the beginning. It's good to see you in the house as well, and thank you one more time, Stroud Gang. So Mrs. VSNC09 is coming up right now. We'll see what they got going on. till June. Oh, I don't have that much time, my dear goodness. Hope Bus. I wonder where the Hope Bus is going in June then. But we'll keep that in mind and try to get up there quickly. Next weekend, Record Store Day. I know I'm likely the only person who follows that in the entire Tuberchat family. I used to be a DJ for many, 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 many years. And I still buy vinyl records, not for DJing, but just for my personal pleasure. But there's a special day next week where we all spend an unreasonable amount of money. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I don't know why I'm slipping that, because I'm yapping too much. That's why. Hilda DC is supposed to be on the screen. We always put Superchatters on the screen right away. So Hilda DC will be up next. Thank goodness she's a dear friend and will be patient with me, I'm sure. But we'll get her up there right now. Mrs. VSNC09 is on right now. When it comes to that day that I'm talking about, I just mention it because Hope Bus happens to be close, thank you, Lord, in about 20 minutes away from me, where one of my favorite record stores is. And on Record Store Day, it's an opportunity to spend an unreasonable amount of money on vinyl records, which I do more frequently than I'd like to. It's my one guilty pleasure in life, but I'll talk about that next weekend again. So thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that. Mrs. VSNC09 is another extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's here as a member, so she's been on the wheel for quite some time again today. 2,300 subscribers and well beyond now, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 2,400. She's got a lot of featured channels here showing generosity over and above the typical ways that we see on YouTube. She's fully monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Sorry I missed that live stream. I was away yesterday, but I always enjoy my time when I catch Mrs. VSNC09 live streaming. And the reason why is because more than half the content on this channel, which comprises a lot of variety, actually circles the royal family. And she's very much apprised of all the happenings in that arena. So when she runs her live stream, she does an exceptional job of leading the chat, leading the conversation. And she has a very engaged conversation that goes on in the chat. The reason why I put so much focus on this is because it's really something to see, and when you get that kind of true conversation happening, it can send incredible engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm and show YouTube this video is very either entertaining or engaging, and possibly see it pushed out a little bit farther. So Mrs. VSNC09 has been doing a great job with that for quite some time. And pardon me if I've missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. The Servant David Show is back. Classy Cookery is in the house. Good to see you here. And I'm going to try to move a little bit faster through channels now. Hilda DC is coming up next. And Mrs. VSNC09 is here with us just about every single day, as a matter of fact. Now, Hilda DC also is here frequently, just about every single day, because she happens to be a member of our Moderator squad. And she is a very much loved and well-respected creator. She has been for a very long time. She's extremely positive, extremely motivating, and when you get to her channel, you'll find all kinds of positive affirmations, both from her and her chatbots, and in special effects running in her videos. She posts frequently, as you can see. She does a lot of shorts videos, and then as well posts almost every single day regular videos or live streams. Arlana Flowers is still in the house. I appreciate you being here, especially so long today. We still got a long way to go, another 45 minutes or so. We'll get as many channels on the screen as we can. The Servant David Show just dropped a super chat, so we'll make sure we get to that channel next. That's a channel, obviously, that wants to inspire us with positivity in a religious way. So we'll look at them in a moment. Now, Hilda DC, we don't have a sub count on, but that's okay. We know she's well over 1,000 now because she's been fully monetized for a while with super chats and memberships available over there. And I'm just going to take your latest video. Oh, she just put this out today. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up. Now, Hilda DC often does, more than anything else, challenges that are almost a combination of a review and a mukbang, which is really interesting. Now, she has another incredibly engaged audience because she's so unbelievably supportive and motivating to others that it results in a very fast-paced and high-energy chat every time she's on. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her. You will meet lots more friends and family members when you're there because she is constantly trying to get creators together the same way that we do here in Tuberchat. So Hilda DC has been a dear friend for a very long time, and she's also doing some shorts videos in amongst the live streams and premieres that she runs almost daily. So hopefully you'll enjoy that, and she's been a member of our moderator squad. All of our moderators are dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time, and they all have channels of their own. So I hope you will connect with them here. You'll notice that we don't seem to have very many moderators, at least in my opinion. I think it looks that way. However, we do have a core group of about 7 or 8 that are here almost every day, and then a group of about 15 or 20 in total that have all been longtime friends. Be the Difference Clothing, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Ordered Steps just dropped a super chat on us. And I'm just going to read your message. I have another meeting, one of your students. Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate the time. I know it can take a lot of patience, especially this weekend's been unbelievable. Superchat's always busy, but this has just been like mind-blowing, actually. So I know it's taken longer than usual to get on the wheel or the screen today. I do appreciate everybody's patience. Now, Ordered Steps, because of that super chat, I'm going to put your channel up next and talk about that. They're brand new to Tuberchat, so we'll be looking at their channel for the first or second time. I think it's the first time today, as a matter of fact, but we'll see that in a moment. The Servant David Show is trying to inspire us in a religious way. They've got 1,270 subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 1,300 that they're thinking about. They are another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They stream frequently, pardon me, almost daily, as you can see. And I'm hoping I can catch them again. I caught them a couple of days ago. And they mix up a lot of shorter videos and shorts that we saw on the front page as well. So there's a lot to this channel, all 3 types of content, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. We'd love to push them towards the 1,300 that they're thinking about. Thank you one more time, The Servant David Show and Ordered Steps, for your super chats. I really do appreciate those extra, that extra support. Ordered Steps is coming up right now, and I see that the Servant David Show is just asking a question. Is it okay to type the word subscribe in our live streams or vids? My recommendation is, so in your own videos, then you want to encourage people to subscribe. At some point in your video, then it's always recommended to entice people to subscribe at some point. A best practice is to say, after you've given some value, or at least told your viewers what value they're going to get out of your video, then mention, and if you enjoy this kind of content, I hope you'll consider subscribing and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss our further, videos or live streams, or however you want to word it. But absolutely, it's encouraged. Now, when you're in a chat, many other creators, live streams and chats, they do not want you using the word subscribe, especially if we're connecting with each other the way we are here. And there's a lot of reason for that. Some of the things we do here in Superchat are to instill good habits so that when you're out in other live streams that are similar to this, you don't get timed out or banned or hammered by moderators and hosts and things like that. It's way too long of a story to get into, but you'll notice that here you should not be able to type the word subscribe, and there's a lot of reason for that. We're here for much, much, much more than simply subscribing to each other's channels. The idea is that we're here to support each other over the long term by watching videos, hanging out in live streams if possible, by giving lots of likes, lots of comments, sharing out when possible. It's all about generosity and giving to others more than you expect to receive. But you hear from the stories that I tell, particularly about the creators that come through the Tuberchat family, how that really pays off. There are lots of examples of creators that are extremely generous, and you usually hear me tell the stories about overwhelming support coming into what somebody might consider some of the most generous creators. So that's an idea, but we typically don't use the word subscribe. We don't really talk about subscribing because it's something that can get a stream marked, either demonetized or possibly even shut down by YouTube. That's a bit extreme. Haven't seen anything like that in a long, long time. But a lot of hosts and moderators will not want that, so you have to be just careful. That's why we say things like visit your house and leave you a package. We're saying we've subscribed to your channel and left you a comment on one of your videos, but we just don't use the word in most cases, if that makes sense. So this is Ordered Steps. Thank you one more time for a super chat. We're looking at this channel for the first time. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I am going to do is take one of your videos. I usually look for something around 10 minutes if I can find one. I'll take this 19-minute one, and this is going to be added to my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And I try to post the streams a couple of days in advance so that you can check your local time and plan if you need to. I try not to move the live streams once they've been set. This weekend we did, but that's an exception just due to the holidays and things like that. But usually once they're set, they're set. And like I said, a couple days in advance. If anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. If you have a video muted, does it count? So Jennifer Ainger, it would take an unreasonable amount of testing and trial to see if that is actually the case, but we have heard rumors for many years that it may not count. So for that reason, we never mute videos. When we're running playlists or hanging out in live streams, even if you're not able to watch and you're just doing a favor and letting it run for somebody, what we suggest is not turning the volume all the way off, but turning it down to what I might consider like number 2 on the dial. And what I mean is, when you're watching a video and you see a speaker type of icon, I'll show you in one of Chris's Clever Crafts videos right now. I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to pause it here. But when we look at this volume control, I know it's difficult if you're on a phone to see what I'm doing, but maybe you can check this on a computer afterwards. I never put the volume all the way down, right? So I put it until that line starts to go through the speaker. I just make sure that line is not there at all. So at about this level, and I let things run. And we know that that counts because, we've all been doing that for several years. If you're on a device like an iPhone or an iPad or something like that, my recommendation is to put your volume at least 2, no matter what that is, if possible. A lot of times you can lower the volume on the YouTube video and lower the volume on your device, and that can be helpful as well, but turning it all the way off may result in the watch hours not counting. Again, we can't be sure. I don't know if I would believe a Google engineer if we had one here, so we just err on the side of caution. And forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I really do appreciate every moment everybody spends, even if you're just lurking, or in the case of the Artist 44, they might be driving and listening. So I do appreciate that. And, of course, the thumbs up. And then, thank you very much, The Servant David Show. I look forward to learning from you as well. Forgive me again if I've missed anything. Chris's Clever Craft has been a dear friend for a long, long time. This is a creator who brings fun everywhere they go. On their channel, they have a fascinating property, and they bring us for a look around, sometimes indoors, sometimes outdoors, often with do-it-yourself videos, and sometimes just with stories that are told. And Chris's Clever Craft is somebody who always engages conversation in chats, both here in Tuberchat and everywhere that I see them. I run into them regularly. Chris's Clever Craft is an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, not just to Tuberchat, but to a lot of creators that I have seen them run into, if that makes sense, when I've been out bouncing in between premieres and live streams myself. I'm just adding a couple of names onto the Wheel of Doom while I talk here. We've got Runneth Over Gardening on the wheel, as well as Bare Bones Living and Arlana Flowers for now. We will get some more names as we need them. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster now. We will get as many channels on the screen as we can in the next half hour. So Chris's Clever Craft is now over 500 subscribers. They've got, hopefully their community tab going to pop up any moment now. And they are bringing us all three types of videos as well. They've got Phasmonut here, which is a second channel for this creator where they're playing Phasmophobia and live streaming. So I'm hoping we'll catch, or sorry, not live streaming yet, videos. I'm hoping eventually live streaming possibly. They've got 41 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 50 they're thinking about now, get them halfway on the road to that first 100. And I'm just going to show you their third channel as well. It's a brand new one. We're waiting for more content on that, but we have seen it once before with 16 subscribers already on this channel. He's got Tip the Table, and we'll see what Chris's Clever Craft is going to do with that as well. But that's an incredibly supportive creator, and like I said, who engages conversation, which is a godsend to any live stream or premiere, and brings fun everywhere he goes as well. So Needs Watches is coming up. Now this creator was here at the beginning of the stream. I don't know if it's even possible that they're still here 2.5 hours later, but or at least 2 hours later. Shouldn't be 2.5 just yet. We'll see what they've got going on. I have to step away for a second. I'm not going to turn the camera off this time. I'll turn the mic off and I'll be right back. I literally am going to take Michael's advice and gargle some salt water just so we can make it through the last half hour here with my voice. Okay, pardon me for that. I'm not sick or anything. I just have allergies, and with the weather being the way it is, the hot, the cold, the hot, the cold, I think that's just got my voice a little bit farther close to the limit than it usually is at this point, but we're fine. And we still got a half an hour to go, so I'll get as many channels on the screen as we can. We're looking at Needs Watches. This is a creator who does one thing and does it extremely well. They talk about watches. Of course, there is a very large audience, as watches have been, you know, some kind of how do I say, object of discussion for a very long time. You know, there's a lot of, I don't want to use the word fanatic, so I'll cover myself by saying it that way. But there's a lot of people who are very much interested in watches of all different types, and this creator is bringing us both videos and live streams with an engaging conversation about different types of watches, different price points, different models, different brands, and things of that nature. So it's interesting to see a very niched and focused channel that still is able to bring variety and content. So I hope everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards the 1,100 subscribers that they're thinking about. Trending Gist with Octavia Gora. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not sure if I'm saying that whole name properly, but thank you for being here. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Thank you, Sam Slogs Trains and More. He's got a couple of bits and bobs to take care of before he gets his live stream going in a couple of hours. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sam Slogs Trains and More if you haven't already, and be ready for those bits and bobs yourself. He's a member and a moderator here in Tuberchat. He has been a dear friend for a very long time, and I'm so happy for an opportunity to just pick on him a little bit. But I will likely make it into that live stream later myself. You'll meet more friends and family members with Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More, as he will always encourage and allow everybody to connect in the same way that we do here in Superchat. Let's spin the wheel. The Love Empire, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. The next channel that we're going to look at that, it's Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. So we're going to get those bits and bobs up on the screen right now. I'd never heard that before, but it rolls off the tongue so nicely I can't help myself. And Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More brings us trains, vlogs, bits, bobs, and all kinds of other content, including live streams. We're going to see one in a couple of hours. Hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More shows generosity in every typical way that you see on YouTube, and over and above, of course, he's been a dear friend for an extremely long time. Like I said, he's here as a member and a moderator. And he brings us a lot of train videos, but sometimes he's in or around the station, sometimes he's in or around the trains, bringing us a look both inside and outside. He does a lot of product reviews, unboxing videos, vlogs, as well as live streams, and those can range anywhere from a simple random live stream to game nights or StreamYard panels with other creators. And then as well, he brings us the opportunity to meet more friends and family members during his live streams and premieres as well. So you'll meet more friends and family members when you're over there. And Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More is getting close to 1,500 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. Thank you, Jamie Hart. I really do appreciate every moment everybody spends here in Tuberchat. Forgive me for anybody that I have missed or anything I've missed in the chat. If anybody's willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. In a little while, I did promise I'm going to do something at the end of today's live stream. I'm going to do a tutorial. It will be very quick, but I will show you how to share a shorts video, because it can be difficult, and it's surprising to think that that's the case, but I'll show you what I'm talking about when we get there in about a half an hour from now. Arlana Flowers is up right now, almost 1,200 subscribers on this channel. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. I'm still getting to know her content, but she's been here several times. I'm just going to take your featured video here, Negative Thoughts and motivational video of poetry. I'm going to take this and add it into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up with that particular video, and maybe I'll take another one here, your brand newest one. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list as well, just so that I don't fall behind with your channel. And Arlana Flowers, I had mispronounced the name on this channel a couple of times. Ariana, I was thinking it had said, but it's obviously Arlana Flowers. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to this loyal and dedicated supporter. Like I said, they've been here many times. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Scratch and PPA is one of the most supportive creators that I've met on all of YouTube. He catches so many mistakes for me we wouldn't be able to count. This is a creator who goes over and above when it comes to generosity here in YouTube in every typical way, and many others that are not seen but definitely felt by lots of other creators. He lives wholeheartedly by the idea of giving much more than he expects to receive. Arlana Flowers, my pleasure having your channel up. So 1,100 subscribers almost for Scratch and PPA. We're watching this channel climb and grow. And he has an interactive series of videos on his channel. So what that means is that you get the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if you follow Scratch and PPA on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. So it sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. I hope you will join us this Tuesday. He always premieres at 12:15 Eastern. And what you're going to find when you get to one of those premieres is a live chat that runs faster than tuberchat, faster than almost any that you've seen on all of YouTube. And that's because he's so unbelievably supportive to other creators that all of that support comes back to him in a rush and flood of fast-paced and high-energy chatting that goes along with his premieres for about 10 minutes. And like I said, it's every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. He usually sets those up a few days in advance. It seems to be on Saturdays more often than not. We're able to set our reminders. I literally have a reminder on my phone for Scratch and PPA's premiere. And so hopefully you'll join us for that as well. He can be inspiring when you look at this channel, both in presentation, branding, and in the idea of how to marry in the outside social networks to bring in extra traffic to your videos and fun into your video series. So I hope everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA. All of the moderators on our channel here are dear friends of mine. They have been for a very long time. They all have channels of their own, so I hope you'll connect with all of them. So let's spin one more time. Macic's team is still in the house. I know it's been a long wait today to get onto the wheel or the screen, but we're going to get to as many channels as we can in the next half hour or so. Barebones Living is in the house. No, there's no way I did that again. Oh, my dear goodness. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I don't even remember where I was. Barebones Living is up here right now. And you can see a bit of extra generosity in this creator and the fact that they've got these featured channels on their front page. This can be a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator. And you can imagine the impact that it would have if your channel was on the front page of so many other creators by doing this collaboration with many others. There's lots of creators willing to do it. Because it gives an engagement signal into the algorithm. Of course, you can imagine YouTube watches everything we do. They know when your channel is featured on other people's front pages. So that's something that could be considered. I was just saying I'm going to double check Barebones Living. I hope I've added you to our front page already. If I haven't, I'm going to make sure I get it done. I think I did, but we'll see. And then Barebones Living has 271 subscribers. So they are mixing up the content, posting frequently. And that's great to see. I'm still getting to know this channel, but hopefully you'll enjoy getting to know them as well. They come to us from the homesteading community. We find a lot of very supportive and generous creators there. They're experimenting with some shorts videos as well, so hopefully some of these fly for you also, and we'll keep an eye on those. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and it's overdue time for me to get some more names from our chat list onto the Wheel of Doom. We'll do that in a quick second. Lele Scratcher Lottery is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. Oh, yapping so much today, and I was joking so much about about Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. And, you know, sometimes you got to try not to get upset with yourself. You can see I'm frustrated. I try not to be that way too often. But, you know, making these mistakes that was just a waste of time. But you got to try to notice the things that you do while being able to improve on those things, knowing that nobody's perfect. We always want to improve. Hopefully don't make the same mistake 100 times. I've probably done that 99 times now, so I'm going to try not to do it again. And yes, thank you. I am Betty J. Gathers. And we're looking at Lele Scratcher Lottery right now. So from the lottery ticket scratching genre and community of channels, we find a lot of extremely supportive creators. They seem to be extremely generous and supportive, not just to themselves, but outside as well. And each channel has their own, you know, kind of brand or variety of content. But this is a really huge niche, which I had not known until we had started Tuberchat and a few lottery ticket scratching creators had come in. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Lele Scratcher Lottery is no exception when I talk about the idea that they are generous, loyal, and dedicated as a supporter. I hope you'll connect with them. Oh, and then, yeah, that's interesting. Oh my goodness, Mrs. VSNC09. Yeah, I don't wish that on anybody. It can be a real headache. I don't even know how effective it can be to try to switch mics in the middle of a stream. I'm sure it can be done, but we don't know, right? Not until we have to go through it. So, interesting. Yes, palette spouts, perfumes, and panning. Thank you for the encouraging words. I promise, you know, all the same things that you're thinking about your YouTube channel and your videos and the frustrations that come along with all of this. It's a lot of work, right? But I promise you can see in my voice today that my, you know, I have the same frustrations that you do with things that go on. Collecting coins with Gianna, thank you so much for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment that everybody is here. I know it's been an extremely long wait today to get onto the wheel or the screen, but it's been just an unbelievably overwhelming, busy, long weekend, and I'm assuming that that is the bulk of the reason why I've also been able to be out a little bit more in the last couple of weeks supporting others than I usually am, for which I'm grateful. My work season is going to start soon, so it's going to become more of a challenge, but as long as everybody's doing as much as they can to support each other, everybody will be just fine. Collecting coins with Gianna obviously is showing us numismatic collectible coins and precious metals on their channel. So we'll look forward to getting to know their channel a little bit better, including a lot of tips on saving money as well. Yes, Mrs. VSNC09. I can't even begin to describe all the different types of mistakes that I've made. When you think about it, here on Tuberchat, we've done 391 live streams. And then as well on my personal channel, I've done, I don't know, at least 100 more, I'm sure, and been involved in other live streams as well. So you can imagine just about every mistake that has been made, that can be made, has been done. Oh, it's possible. Yes, thank you for pointing that out, Scratch and PPA. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope that you will. They really do help, but we might be at a record number, 140 thumbs up during the live stream, and it still hasn't quite been 2.5 hours yet. So that's really something else. Thank you for pointing that out. And then thank you, everyone. Facing Reality is here with 929 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,000 that they're now thinking about. They've been officially on the road for a little bit of time. We want to push this creator. Facing Reality is a shining jewel in the Tuberchat family. They are somebody who always engages conversation, somebody who is not afraid to ask questions, not afraid to share lessons learned along the way, and that is for the for the benefit of everybody in the chat. Marsh Knitting 101 is coming up on the wheel with Hope Bus and Macic's team, as well as Runneth Over Garden and Life is already on the wheel. And I will get some more names onto the wheel in another moment. Cabaret Gaming will come up. Now, Facing Reality says positive messages in a fun way. That's what they bring us in their content, but they also bring positivity and motivation to others everywhere that they go, both here in Tuberchat during conversation, and then as well everywhere that I see them. And I run into them frequently when I'm out trying to support other creators as well, in between different premieres and live streams. Classy Cookery, we've got you on the wheel as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Facing Reality. I'm just taking her latest video, adding it into my catch-up list. And she had said earlier in the stream, she's mixing up the visuals and audio in her videos here on YouTube, and it seems to be paying off, which is great. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get the next channel up here. Kicking It with Lulu. I'm going to get you onto the wheel in a second. Eternity Luck Scratcher is coming up right now. They happen to be a member now. Again, they are an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They show generosity in every typical way that you can on YouTube. That's an incredible thumbnail. Is that yours? Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, I like the work you're doing on these thumbnails here. You'll have to look in your analytics. This goes for everybody, right? We all look in our analytics to see the patterns that are showing us what kind of things are helping, but your click-through rate, which is on the reach tab on the right-hand side, it's an upside-down triangle looking graphic called a funnel, and that tells you how many times YouTube shows your thumbnail and title to people on YouTube, and then the click-through rate tells you how many times they click on it as a ratio, and it tells you as well what a typical number is so that you can judge for yourself whether you're doing well or not. But we all should be reading our analytics to notice those patterns, and like we had talked about earlier in the stream today, you can change your thumbnails and titles as often as you want as well if you want to see if you can punch your videos up a little bit more. And Eternity Luck Scratcher, again, is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'm just going to take their latest video, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind, and we want to push them a little bit farther towards the 400 that they're thinking about. Lonnie Songs and Other Things, thank you so much for that membership. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, that channel will now be added onto our wheel every time I see them here in the chat whenever you're here. So I appreciate that, and you have that to look forward to. Lonnie Songs and Other Things actually dropped a super chat on us earlier today, and for that reason we already looked at that channel. John H. Shelton has come up. They just walked in. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. They happen to be a member. They've got a couple channels for us to look at. Oh, how to set up featured channels, Classy Cookery. Maybe I can go over that as well. I'm just writing a note for myself. So what I'll do is after we're done with channels for today, I'm going to go overtime. I'm just going to let it go. So to our moderators, thank you for your patience. I know it's been an overwhelmingly busy weekend. I can't even count how many mistakes Scratch and Pete has had to catch, but I'm going to let it go overtime just so we can get everybody's channel up. And I will quickly go over how to feature channels on your front page, and then at the very end I will show you how to share a shorts video on your community tab. They'll both be very quick, but you can know at the end of episode 390 there are a couple of quick tutorials that can be helpful. So Frasball Collects is showing us numismatic collectible coins as well as precious metals. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They seem to be posting every single day. I'm just going to take their latest video, add it into my catch-up list so I can make sure I stay caught up with them. They happen to be a member, so of course we had put them on the wheel as soon as we saw them. Anubis Black Games, good to see you in the house. Frasball Collects is on the road towards 300. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. So forgive me while I move a little bit faster through channels now. I've been very long-winded all weekend, I'm sure, but today's been an exception. So I'm going to try to move it a little bit so we can make sure we get everybody's channel on and don't go too far over time. We've almost been on for 2.5 hours already. I am Betty J. Gathers. And then again, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope that you will. Scratch and PPA pointed out we might be on a record date today, 143 thumbs up during the live stream today. And I really do appreciate that, because all these engagement signals, we know how important they are. That's why it's not a bad thing to keep reminding everybody to give you thumbs up, subscribe, leave comments, and things like that. This all helps and could see the algorithm push your content out farther as days and even weeks go on. So Classy Cookery is here, officially on the road to 3K. They are halfway there with 2,950 subscribers. I'm hoping we could push them a little bit farther. They are a longtime friend of Tuberchat, somebody who shows generosity over and above the typical ways that you see on YouTube. I've seen them collaborate with others, and they bring us a lot of delicious looking content. I'm just going to take your featured video here, and I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will just help me get caught up with a video. And they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm going to get Anubis Black Games onto our Wheel of Doom. I'm going to spin. Pardon me. Even though my voice is at just about its limit, I really don't have to talk for a few hours after this, so it'll be fine. Macic's team we're looking at for the first time, but they actually were here yesterday as well. And with 114 subscribers, we'd love to give them a warm welcome into the Tuberchat family and push them towards the 200 that they're thinking about. They're obviously a loyal and dedicated supporter since they're back already. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So I'm just going to take this 13-minute video here. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up with your content. I'm going to watch that video. Sorry, it's in my, I meant to put it in my watch later list. Let's get that done right. In my watch later list, what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. Then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Kabarar Gaming is coming up next. I put Buddha of Destiny Namaste on the wheel with Anubis Black Games. Kabarar Gaming has 2 channels. We'll look at both of those. If anybody here in the chat has not already looked back at episode 100, 200, or 300, you'll get an idea of what we do. It's always an extra special live stream, very different from what we do every other typical day here on Tuberchat. And it gives you an idea of what will be happening on episode 400 that is going to come up in another couple of weeks. So I hope you'll go back and check those out. They're on our front page. Of course, Kabarar Gaming is here. That brings us gaming of different types. They always mix up the content. This is an extremely energetic and engaging creator. They're able to keep up with the gameplay and the chat. At the same time, they'll always give you a warm welcome and encourage everybody to connect in their live streams. They have rated both here in Tuberchat and our copyright-free music channel as well. They've got almost 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the milestone that they're approaching. I'm just going to take your Grand Theft Auto 3 video here, the latest one. The Among Us live stream is a little bit long, but I'll take this video, add it into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And when we look at Kabarar Vlogs, we get tips, tricks, tech reviews from Kabarar Vlogs, the same creator behind Kabarar Gaming. They are extremely supportive, loyal, and dedicated for sure. I'm just adding their latest video into my catch-up list. How to record any games using OBS Studio, which is a great tutorial. Don't get mad at me later if I eventually ever get around to making tutorials and doing something similar. But it's great that we have this right now, and hopefully that is going to be benefiting a lot of different creators. Kabarar Vlogs has 130 135 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 140 that they're likely thinking about right now, and a little bit farther on the road to the 200 that's right around the corner. So we're looking at Marsh Knitting 101 right now. And I can't for the life of me remember if we've had this channel on the screen. We're going to find out right this second. Yes, of course they've been here. I'm being silly now. And with 222 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 300 that they're going to be thinking about soon enough. They've obviously got shorts for us as well as videos. And let's just double check if they've got live streams. I've obviously got some catching up to do with this channel. Maybe live streams will be something that will come up in the future as a possibility. We'll see. And I'm just going to take your latest video update on crazy hats. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And forgive my silliness. We're getting to the end of the live stream, and I'm kind of rushing a little bit now. So forgive me for that. I do want to make sure we get everybody's channel on the screen. And I'm going to do 2 quick tutorials just before we finish today, so you can remember that they are at the end of episode 390 if you want to either write that down or put it in an app if you use those things to keep track of different notes and stuff. Buddha of Destiny Namaste is up here right now. This is a longtime friend of Tuberchat, an extremely supportive creator, somebody who I run into constantly when I'm out supporting others. I'm just going to set the reminder for your premiere. I'm recommending to everybody to set reminders for everything now, all premieres, all live streams that you see. Pardon me, because they send engagement signals of interest into the YouTube algorithm, and that could be beneficial to anybody at all, of course, even if you don't expect to be able to make it. So I've got my reminder on for that, but I'm also going to take this 13-minute video and add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up with you, make sure I don't fall too much farther behind. Buddha of Destiny Namaste is already close to 1,200 subscribers. They're halfway there with about 1,150. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. This is a creator who engages conversation everywhere they go, and like I said, I run into them regularly when I'm out supporting others. Mama of French Girls, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning is coming up on the screen. This is Tracy. She is an encouraging and motivating creator as well. She brings us beauty products in many different ways. She brings us shorts, videos, and live streams. Sometimes she collaborates, and sometimes it's just her, but she brings us reviews and almost like a top 5 list, and does a very considerate and thorough job. So we don't have a sub count on this channel, but that's okay. We just want to push her towards the next milestone she's reaching towards. Hopefully we'll get her to 500 soon enough and see that community tab pop up. She's also done a couple of tribute videos lately and mixing up the content, which is great as well. Palettes, Pouts, Perfumes, and Panning has been doing a lot of sharing on Instagram lately and putting a lot of extra work into making sure to share. Instagram takes a lot of effort when you're going to share for somebody, so I think that's an extra special thing, and she's done that for Superchat several times, for which I'm extremely grateful, but she's also been an extremely supportive creator ever since finding Superchat. Now, she's a member, so she was put onto the wheel as soon as she got here in the chat, and Tracy's here with us almost every single day. And there you go. Yes, Anubis Black Games notifications have never seemed to work 100% effectively here on YouTube for, you know, anything that we've looked at. If you actually have notifications set for different creators and then actually have notifications on, it still doesn't seem to work perfectly. Setting reminders can be helpful. We know that the stuff pops up. When I click my notifications here, you can see that it keeps rolling, right? I get in the habit of clearing the notifications, and then we go and look at the different things that come, but they can be missed. Kicking It with Lulu is here with 184 subscribers. This is another channel I'm still getting to know. I'm just going to take your featured video, and I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up with some of your content. They're obviously bringing us shorts videos, and they're posting frequently, just about every day, sometimes multiple times a day, which is great. And then I see as well, Georgia Girl has come back into the chat. GA Girl, I am every woman. The Dream Team. is here, and she's a member, so I put her on the wheel right away. We will look at her channel soon enough. I'm just spinning. We'll get another channel up here. Again, I'm racing through the last few channels because we're going overtime today. We've been on for 2.5 hours. I got a couple more things to do before we go. I'm just going to show you how to share one of these shorts videos on your community tab because it can be challenging. And then we're going to look at John H. Shelton right now. He's got a couple of channels. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's done at least one, but I think 2 shout-out videos for Tuberchat. And he's got well over 4,000 subscribers, now approaching 4,200 with Super Chats and memberships available on this main channel. I'm just going to take your latest video and keep that in my catch-up list so I can get caught up with you within the next day or two. And then as well, when we look at his featured channels, we will find his second one, and we can get caught up with this as well by taking the latest video. I didn't mean to click on it. But we'll get back, and then I'll add that into my catch-up list as well, and just make sure I stay connected with this generous creator, not connected, but up to date on both of their channels. And he's crossed his 1,000 subscribers, getting close to 1,100 over here, and hopefully we'll see this channel monetized soon enough. She Stole My Thunder, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Let me spin the wheel. I'll get another channel up here and see what is happening with Hope Bus. I know they, I think they said they had to go earlier, but we'll have a look at their channel. They are an extremely generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who happens to be a neighbor in real life. They actually only live about 20 minutes away from where I do, which is close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada. We're hoping to collaborate sometime soon. They've invited us to come and have a look at the Hope Bus, so I hope everybody will check that out. That is a RV conversion project, and I'm assuming that by what they said in the chat earlier today, they expect to have that done by June. So even though we're still a month or so away, I'm hoping I can step it up and get up there and get that collaboration done. Hope Bus brings us variety in their videos, a lot more than just looking at the Hope Bus and the renovations that have gone on with this project, which is quite an undertaking, as a matter of fact. A lot of other variety in the middle. And I'm just going to take another update video here. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list, make sure I stay caught up and not too far behind, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Hope Bus. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. We'd love to push them on the road towards the 400 subscribers that they're thinking about now. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman the Dream Team is Georgia Girl. We're going to see what they've got going on their channel. If there's anybody listening or watching who hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please say anything at all in the chat, and I'll make sure that we get you onto the wheel right this moment. GA Girl, I Am Every Woman the Dream Team mixes up the shorts as well as videos and live streams. I've caught them many times. They're always encouraging and motivating. They always have a lot of fun when they're live streaming with the engaging conversation that comes in. You'll meet more friends and family members when you're on their channel, as they encourage everybody to connect the same way that we do here in Tuberchat. Georgia Girl, I'm just going to take your latest stream replay and add this into my catch-up list. That will help me stay caught up, and then I hope to catch you on another live stream, possibly even this week. Oh my goodness. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope you will. We might be having a record day today. We've got 143 as far as my count goes right now. And that really is something else. So thank you, everybody, for that. I know it's been an overwhelmingly busy weekend. And that's okay, Chris and Larry Homestead. We did look at your channel earlier, and Anubis Black Games is up right now. This is another creator with a couple of channels, actually. I can see I'm falling behind, so I'm just going to take your latest stream replay as well, add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up. This creator obviously is bringing us gameplay with 68 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 100 that they're thinking about. I'm just going to show you their second channel. They've got 10 subscribers over here on Anubis Black Films. I'm going to take your Spider-Man review, and I'm going to add that into my catch-up list as well. I'll be caught up on both channels. If there's anybody who hasn't already been on the wheel or screen that is watching or listening, please just say anything at all in the chat right away. I will get you up. Otherwise, Runneth Over Garden and Life is going to be the last channel that we look at. There's Venom for Life, actually a longtime friend of Tuberchat. I'm going to get your channel up right away. And then we've still got another moment to catch another channel if anybody's here that wants to be on that hasn't been already. And I'm going to do a couple of tutorials in a moment. One, I'm going to show you how to put channels on your front page as featured channels. And then as well, I will show you how to share a shorts video like what Runneth Over Garden and Life has here on your community tab, because it can be a little bit challenging if I'm right. We'll have a look. I did it the other day, but it took an extra step. So Runneth Over Garden and Life has 547 subscribers. I'm still getting to know their channel. I'm going to take their latest video, add this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to watch some more of their content. We can see that they're posting a lot of shorts as well, and obviously live streaming, as they had just mentioned. Am I right? Oh, no, sorry, that was Chris and Larry. I'm sorry. Chris and Larry just said that they were live earlier. Runneth Over Garden and Life, we'll see if streaming might be something that they start to do in the future. So, like I said, I'm still getting to know some of these channels. Salty Beach Traveler, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. In normal circumstances, it actually takes quite some time to get on the wheel or the screen. It's based not only on how long you're here, but a combination of that and how much you're interacting with other creators. But for today, we're just about at the end of the live stream. I do appreciate you coming in, so I'm going to put your channel on right away. Venom for Life is up here right now, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to them. They've been a long time friend of Tuberchat. And Salty Beach Traveler, if you don't mind just taking a quick look at our video description, it'll show you the instructions for how to maximize your time here and meet more friends and family members. We've probably still got another 15 minutes to go today. Venom for Life has 876 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 that they're thinking about. I'm way behind with this channel, but I'm going to take your live stream replay and I'm going to add that into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up just the littlest bit, and hopefully I won't fall too far behind. But Venom for Life has been a long time loyal and dedicated supporter to Superchat. I hope everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And like I said, we want to push them to that 900, get them officially on the road to 1K. Motor City Scratchers just came in. We will look at that channel. Right now, just for fun, we spun the wheel. We're going to get Salty Beach Traveler up here. I believe they left a comment for us actually earlier. And First Time Fishing Adventures is here. Let me get you both onto the wheel. Motor City Scratchers and First Time Fishing Adventures. Salty Beach Traveler, we're looking at for the first time. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I usually look for something around 10 minutes if I can find one. I'll take this 11-minute video right here. I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll watch your video in full. I'll go through my watch later list to do that. I will leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuberchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And First Time Fishing Adventures is coming up. Oh, goodness, Venom for Life. I hope you're feeling better then. I just took an extra video from you, Salty Beach Traveler. Many years ago, I worked on a cruise ship for one summer, many years ago. But it was a celebrity. I worked on a ship called the MV Zenith, which is long out of commission now. But it was for celebrity cruises, so I'm interested just to see that video that you've got there. First Time Fishing Adventures is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. Motor City Scratchers will be the last channel that we look at for today, and then I'm going to get to the 2 tutorials that I have promised. I'm behind with First Time Fishing Adventures again, so I'm going to take your latest video. I'm going to add this into my catch-up list. That will help me get caught up. Hopefully I won't fall too far behind again. And then we can see that First Time Fishing Adventures is bringing us videos, streams, and shorts. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Some of these shorts videos are starting to fly, so hopefully you'll get some more activity on those as well. First Time Fishing Adventures, of course, is bringing us on fishing adventures, showing us different types of fishing, and among other content as well. Motor City Scratchers is coming up next. Let's see what they've got going on their channel. This is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who actually sent over some friends this weekend, so I'm happy to be looking at their channel. And they've got over 2,000 subscribers now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 2,100 that they're thinking about. They've been a longtime friend of Tuberchat now. Mary Queen Longman, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. So we are going to do a couple of tutorials in a moment here. I'm going to get something else happening in another window here also. One of the things that we talk about, pardon me, here on Tuberchat often is the idea of featuring channels on your front page. So I'm just going to go to our channel. I'm going to show you how to feature channels on your front page if you would like to. After we get through this, it's only going to take a couple of minutes. I'm going to show you how to share a shorts video on your community tab if you happen to have one, because it can take an extra step versus regularly sharing videos, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. In the meantime, I'm just looking at something in another window here. Just looking for somebody to raid. So what I'm talking about with featured channels is like this, what we have on the top of our front page here. We actually have a few featured channel sections. We have some for our members towards the bottom of the page, but at the top of the page is what I'm talking about all the time. And this is something that can be very beneficial. If you can imagine getting your channel featured on a lot of other creators' front pages, that can be a great signal to the algorithm. And I'm just setting up a link for us so that we can go and raid afterwards. They're already streaming, so anybody can hop over there anytime you'd like. We're going to go see Love to Travel with Raid. Love to Travel with Wade. My dear goodness. Okay, there's our link. I'm going to pin it as well. And anybody can hop over there whenever you'd like, but we'll all go over there together in about another 5 or 10 minutes when we're finished here in Tuberchat. So when we talk about these featured channels, like I keep saying, this is a great collaboration you can do with others. We absolutely trade this favor. So if you've featured Tuberchat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because we absolutely do that. So when you're on your front page and you're logged in, you can get to this easily by clicking Customize Channel. Brings you right into the YouTube studio, and on the left-hand side, you're going to find a customization tab where you're going to be able to get to the area where we dress up our front page. There's lots of different things that YouTube gives us to do it. You can put a trailer on your front page for anybody that hasn't subscribed yet to try to entice them to subscribe. You can add a featured video for anybody that has already subscribed so that they get a chance to see what you want to present to them. And then as well, you can do a lot of other things like featuring playlists or other channels and things like that. I always recommend to anybody with more than one channel to feature your other channels on your front page in some sort of conspicuous way, so that people who find your front page might be inclined to connect with you on all of your other channels if you have more than one. I don't want to recommend to anybody to start more than one. I'm just saying if you have more than one, that can be beneficial. So we're at the end of today's live stream, but if you want to just make a mental note or some kind of a physical note about that, we're on episode number 390. At the end of the live stream, we're going over how to feature channels, and then as well we will talk about how to share a shorts video. Now, when you look at your customization page, it might look different than mine, depending on what you've already got set up or what YouTube has given you as a default. You can have up to 10 of these sections and the 2 featured sections as well. And YouTube gives you a lot of tools. If you don't already have what you're looking for here, you can click Add Section, and this shows you all the different things that you can add to your front page if you'd like to. So in this case, you'll notice at the bottom is featured channels, and once you get that added to your page, they're going to put it at the bottom. You can grab this little handle here and drag it up and down the page as you'd like to. In our case, we have featured channels. We haven't renamed it, but I'm going to show you that you can. Now, when you click the 3 dots, you can click Edit Section Contents. You can get into that area. And there's an opportunity to change the name if you would like to. I leave mine as featured channels, even though there's lots more creative things you can do with this, because we talk about this so often. I just want it to be clear for anybody hitting the page. Now, when I put Bare Bones Living in my search bar, you'll see that channels just start coming up right away. And sure enough, there they are. Now, I hadn't already added them to the front page, but what I'm going to do is click this box, and automatically they come up at the bottom of the list. Now, I can just grab their handle and drag them hopefully up. This always seems to be very slow, but that's just because we're live streaming right now. Yeah, it's going to just lag on me here. I'm just going to leave it here in the middle of a bunch of channels. We have quite a few on our featured list. And then the most important thing is clicking this publish button when you're done. It's almost like a save button. If you don't click that, it's easy to have that change not take effect. So that's an important thing. And then when you get back to your front page, you're going to be able to see the changes. It usually happens fairly immediately now. Pardon me, my dear goodness. And then let us look. Dejanay Gordon Educational Channel, thank you so much. Wolfspear Productions, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that countless times. I'm going to show you another thing that we can hopefully find useful. How to share a shorts video on your front page. Wolfspear Productions just took over our Stream Boss position, which is the video game life meter under my camera. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out takes over and gets some extra exposure for that reason. I'm going to try to find the right channel here. The Artist 44. Oh, goodness. YouTube wants to change my search for me here. And they've got their channel name done in special characters, so it makes it a bit of a challenge. Let me see if they're still here. I don't think they're still here. So here's their channel right here, the Artist 44. Now, they've got some shorts. The reason why I'm using their channel for this is because they made a shout-out video for Tuberchat, and I actually see they've done another one here. So that's, we've been talking about this, and I know they appreciate the idea that I went through how to figure out the way to share this. When you click your 3 dots here, it's different than regular videos. So you notice this, and this is what I noticed right away. Now, the phone might be a little bit different, but I'm 99% of the time on a computer when I'm on YouTube. I rarely have to use the phone. I work on a computer almost all the time. So when we click the 3 dots under any video, we see these extra options for things we can do. And yours might be different than mine based on your geographics, what country you're in, what channel you're on, and things like that. But when we click here, we don't have a chance to share it. And so that's kind of upsetting, right? Because what do you do if somebody's made a shout-out video for you? You can't even share it for them. Now, let me see what happens here, because I may have overlooked this the other day. I'm just pausing their video. When I click the share button, it doesn't give me the opportunity to share this on my community tab. unlike regular videos. So what a frustration, right? I am going to give them the thumbs up though. And when we click on the three dots up here, again, no option to share on the community tab. So forgive me, I'm going to show you what I did. And this is a pretty simple trick. It may seem obvious to a lot of creators. You may not be able to see this very well if you're watching Tuberchat on a phone right now. But when we get the URL for this shorts video, we see that they actually have the word shorts in the video between two slashes. Now, if we take out the word shorts and one of those slashes, we get the URL to watch the video. I hope. I hope this is going to work now that we're doing this. Oh goodness, it worked the other day. I shared one of their shorts video, and this is how I did it. But we'll see what's happening. Something is stopping us here. We'll see what happens, unless they've done something to stop people like me from doing what I'm trying to do. Oh goodness. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the URL without the word shorts, okay? And we're going to try something. I'm going to go back to YouTube. I've copied the URL without that shorts and without one of the two slashes that they put in there. It's very important. I'm going to go to my community tab, and I'm going to share it manually. So when we get to our community tab, I know this only applies to people who have it right now, but eventually everybody will have their community tab, I'm sure. And this gives you an opportunity to have it shared. Now, I share videos for other creators 5 to 8 times a day, as well as our own stuff here on Tuberchat. But what I'm going to do is try pasting the URL into the video area. This is how I typically share videos. Now look at that magic, right? When I try to put that URL in a browser, it doesn't want to come up. When I use it in the share system for the community tab on YouTube, it does come up. So isn't that interesting? And then I'm going to say, check out this shout out video from, and then I'm going to try to tag them. What I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to copy their name. This can be frustrating. It takes an extra bit of effort to get this to happen, right? Let me see if this is going to work in any way, shape, or form here. Oh, it doesn't seem to want to, so okay, I might not be able to tag their name. We'll leave that part out for now. And when I copy and paste, it wants to just add a bunch of silliness here. So the artist 44, I've got listed. I just feel like doing that. And then I'm going to schedule this. So I'm going to show you how to schedule a community post as well. I'm going to set this up to go on the 19th at 8 a.m. in my time, which is when I usually start sharing. I always do my shares in advance on the community tab. And then I click schedule. When I click over on my scheduled tab, you're going to see that among another few videos that I've already got set to go, we've got that video ready to be watched. And then when we click on it, the video comes up. So if you find yourself in a situation where you can't share a shorts video, or if somebody has told you that they can't share, you might be able to share this as an idea. So this is at the very end. It did help for a moment, Michael's Adventures, and I did the honey too twice and all this, but it's just too much today. And the weather with the hot and the cold and everything else, I don't mean to whine and complain, but my voice has had it for today. But that's what I took off for the second time, was to do that. See, when we boil the kettle, I don't like anything hot as in spicy or hot as in temperature, so I had to wait for the water to cool down. BK54, I'm going to get your channel up on the screen right now. Thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. Wolf Spirit Productions dropped one earlier, but we looked at that channel already. So BK54 is here for the first time. So thank you for that extra generosity. I really do appreciate that. It's great to have you here for the first time today. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, and everybody's willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. We're at the end of today's live stream, but I wanted to put this channel up. Now, I don't watch videos, but I do want to make sure I get this channel supported. I don't watch while I live stream or subscribe, but I'm going to take your 8-minute video here, and I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, as soon as I can, I'm going to watch that video. I will give you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video while I watch it in full. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Superchat as well, and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times changed so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If you want to just make a mental note, that was at the very end of episode 390. We looked at how to feature channels on your front page and how to share a shorts video. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get a chance to see today, but we are out of time, and we'll be back this coming Friday. So thank you again, everybody, for the time that you spent. Jeremy's Arc Vlogs, thanks for being here. Mr. Fulton Mraz, thanks for coming back in. Team Tyra, it's good to see you. Forgive me for anybody I've missed. I don't mean to miss anybody. But again, we'll be back next weekend. So hopefully everybody enjoyed their Easter. And I did drop a link for a raid, actually. Don't let me forget about that. My goodness. I know I keep saying the same thing over and over. Let me get a link for everybody. We'll go and raid our friends. Love to travel with waves. And just please mention Tuberchat Raid when you get there. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. Give them a thumbs up on the way in. And I will see you over there for a few minutes. I'll leave this live stream running just for a couple minutes so you can clean up your connections here. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.